Okay, there we go. Now I'm unmuted. All right, let's go ahead and go at everyone. SACing MAL 1995. And then let's also make sure that my Twitch audio is working. Twitch is such a piece of shit lately. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Contains cursing. Shut up. Fuck you. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Bullseye. Alright, post that. Do that. Turn this off. Doop. And move that over here. Move that over here. And swatch that over to PC. There we go. Hello, everyone. I am Sacrabolic, your envoy of hope, and welcome back to the worst show I make, SACing MAL Eternal, specifically 1995, where we go through every anime that came out in 1995, and we just see whatever seems like would be worth watching. Cannot believe we finally got into 1995. I have to say, so far, the 90s have been pretty anime short, which is beneficial to me. But I think when we get into the 2000s, or closer probably to 1998, I'm feeling like we're going to get a real problem where I'm just not able to do an entire year in one stream anymore. Because eventually the numbers of like anime that come out in a year is going to fucking balloon wildly. It was pretty bad in the 80s. Alright. Let's kick us off. Let's see. Romeo no Aoi Sora. Romeo and the Black Brothers. That's not what that says. That's not what that says at all. That says Romeo and the Blue Sky. Yeah, Romeo's Blue Skies. Yeah. That is... Why'd they change the name so dramatically in English? Romeo is a kind-hearted, courageous boy living with his family in a small village in Switzerland. Unfortunately, Romeo becomes the interest of a man named Luini, known as the God of Death, who is infamous for buying children and selling them as chimney sweeps in Milan. While visiting the village, Luini burns down Romeo's family's cornfield in an attempt to have Romeo as his own. With the cornfield gone and his father sustaining a head injury in trying to put out the fire, Romeo bravely sells himself to the God of Death in order to help his family afford a doctor. On his way to Milan, Romeo meets a boy named Alfredo Martini, and they quickly become friends. Just as Alfredo is sold to a different master, the two boys swear eternal friendship and vow to meet again as a chimney sweep. Romeo faces many hardships and abuse, especially from his master's family and a gang known as the Wolf Pack. Wolf Pack! But after reuniting with Alfredo, the two form a fraternity of chimney sweeps called the Black Brothers, who will learn to fight against the Wolf Pack, and help each other in times of need. 1995 anime off the top of my head: Evangelion, Ghost in the Shell, Golden Boy, Slayers is from 951. Yeah, we should have Ava coming soon, I believe. Yeah, Slayers, yep, you are correct about that. And then I think Ava was, a summer anime, fall anime, something like that? Yeah, fall anime, Ava, correct. So, anyway, how you doing, Maid? What's going on? I had a fucking day, let me tell you. I spent like an hour and a half, hour 40 on a fucking chat with my insurance company. Kishin Doji Zenki, or Zenki, if you will. In ancient times, a great battle was waged between a master mage, Eno Ozuno, and an evil goddess, Kurama. Unfortunately, Eno didn't have the strength to defeat her alone and was forced to call upon Zenki, a powerful protector demon. After Kurama was defeated, Eno sealed away Zenki in a pillar located inside his temple. I fucked up the sentence structure, but it means the same thing. 1,200 years after this epic battle, Eno's descendant Chiaki spends her days showing tourists around her hometown of Shikigami-cho show and doing exorcisms to pay the bills. One day, two thieves enter the town in hopes of obtaining a seal in Ozuno Temple and releasing the hidden treasure from within. However, what actually pops out is a dark entity that attaches itself to the henchmen, transforming them into demonic beings. After this transformation, they begin a rampage through the temple, terrorizing poor Chiaki. It is now up to this young progeny to unleash her family's powers to summon Zenki and save Chikigami-cho from these demons, as well as evil entities to follow in their footsteps. Never seen Slayers, heard the audiobook of the first novel, English dub for the protagonist. Today was fine, I guess. Worked last night. Didn't work today, but I do tomorrow, so it's like a weird middle day. Oh, that sucks. I'm gonna tell you this. The plot doesn't sound terrible, but I am, like, not vibing with this aesthetic. I guess it looks kind of better than I thought it did. Yeah, I mean, this could be decent. But it's like 51 episodes. Played Flowers, that's what you did all day? Okay, and how'd that go? I mean, this could be decent, is the thing. Alright, let's be real. Let's be real. If this was airing in 2024, would I add this? I might add this. Okay, you know what? Let's throw it on there. Okay, Ninku. In a war, a group of warriors called Ninku fought against the Imperial Army and almost annihilated it. But in the end, Ninku lost and got shattered. After the war, well, they didn't almost annihilate it, did they? After the war, the Imperial Army established themselves as the defender of the people with the help of propaganda. They also managed to get people to think the Ninku were villains that started the war. Fusuke looks like a child, but he's a former captain of the 1st Ninku Division. His mother was taken during the war, and after Ninku were defeated, he goes on a journey to find her. On his journey, he meets Aicho and Toji, both former Ninku captains, and together they fight against the Imperial Army that tries to kill the last remaining Ninkus. The Ninku clan of extinct ninja who command esoteric powerful techniques, hence a lot of groups are trying to constantly steal their techniques to take over the country. Their primary target is Fusuke, a weird-looking kid, but one of the most powerful Ninku warriors. Fusuke, together with other Ninku ninja with different specialties, must fight these threats that cause the downfall of the Ninku clan. This is probably terrible. Yeah, this is probably terrible. Good. Be better if your brother didn't come in your space and tell me about fucking Biomutant every 10 minutes. I'd have gotten through the chapter a hell of a lot faster, too. Your brother's playing Biomutant? Okay. Alright. I know Mac Tier was playing Biomutant for a while, but outside of that, I know basically nothing about the game. Chibi Maruko-chan, 1995, Little Miss Maruko. Momoko Sakura is an elementary school student who likes popular idol Momoe Yamaguchi and mangas. She is often, I'm pretty sure the plural of manga it does not have an S with it. She is often called Chibi Maruko-chan due to her young age and small size. She lives together with her parents, her grandparents, her elder sister in a little town. In school, she has many friends with whom she studies and plays together every day, including her curse pal, Tama-chan, the student committee members, Maru-kun and Migigawa-san, and the B-class trio, Little Master, Hanawa-kun, and Hamaji Butaro. Sekiguchi-kun. This is a fun-loving, enjoyable anime that portrays the simple things in life. This sounds fucking awful. Everything is in one ear, out the other about it with me. I think it's some sort of apocalypse, and then everyone turned into furries. I think is about all I know. And you get to make your own fursona. And then you shoot guns. I think that's it. I think that's Biomutant. That is my impression of Biomutant. Ogon Yusha Goldren, the Brave of Goldren. Goldren follows the adventures of 3 young boys who are tasked with finding alien robot fighters, or Braves, that are sleeping in the form of crystals. Their major antagonist is a flamboyant and thoroughly incompetent Walter, and the villains that follow him are often similarly humorous. Sounds bad. Sounds very bad. That looks like a Gundam, though. The Dran just looks like it is a Gundam that turns into a train. It is a train Gundam. Alright, let's rock up with Kuso Kagaku Sekai Gulliver Boy. Or Fantascience World Gulliver Boy. Let's see. Gulliver is I'm having, like, such a weird fucking chord issue right now. Gulliver, a boy born with the ability to use magic, was forced against his will to attend magician's school to improve his abilities to protect his city. He manages to escape just to find out that his hometown was destroyed by the evil Judao. That's really hard to say. Judao personally kills his father and oaths to kill Gulliver. He oaths to kill Gulliver. He oaths to kill Gulliver. ANN, folks. The fucking paragon of anime journalism, apparently. Oaths to kill Gulliver as well. Meanwhile, Gulliver and his friend Edison rescue a girl named Misty who's running away from Judao. Along with a fairy named Phoebe, a lone wolf ninja named Gecko, and an ancient ship, Gulliver and his friends set out on an adventure to defeat Judao to discover the secrets of Atlantis. It's not going to happen. I just got a text message I have to answer because this fucking person takes forever to answer the goddamn text messages, and I just finally received it even though I posted the message an hour or so ago. Also, why are my fucking text messages not being delivered with sound? I'm going to check my notification. I know this is the most entertaining thing ever, but I'm going to quickly check my notifications. There we go. Why would I want my fucking text messages delivered quietly? Sometimes I think my phone is a moron. Alright, moving on. Let's see. TV content. There we fucking go. But, what the fuck? That's the dumbest goddamn question I've ever been asked via text message. No, I meant... Do I mean 4 p.m.? Yeah, no, I want you to... I want to fucking... I want to go out to lunch at 4 a.m. Yeah, that makes fucking sense. Alright, moving on. OVAs, we already read that one. Okay, here we go. Armitage Third. Armitage the Third. Let's see. She's not wearing a shirt. Let's see. The year is 2046. Detective Ross Syllabus is transferred to Mars when a country singer on her flight is murdered. Making matters more complicated is that the singer is a third, a robot that looks and feels like a human. Syllabus is partnered with Armitage, a beautiful female cop with a bad attitude. As they investigate the murder of the singer and other women on Mars, they uncover a conspiracy that can have them killed by the Martian government. 1995 is the, there's a lot of hentai in here. I actually have adult showed off, turned off, like kids in 18 plus are actually turned off, by default, and I don't see any reason of turning them on in the first place. Oh, Ross Syllabus is like this dude. Oh my god. That guy looks like a bad guy. Huh. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, wait, how long's the episode? 33 minutes? 2 hours? That's like a movie. Sure, I'll add it. It could be fun. Alright, let's see. Taiho Saichochozo. I didn't even fucking try to say that. Let's see. Tenchi Muyo, second season. That's continuing on. DNA Squared OVA. I already reviewed that. Let's see. Sky Angels or whatever the fuck. We already talked about that. Alright, here we go. This is new. This is a 1995 one. Renma 1/2 Battle Ga Ippai 29 Nin no Koronai Yatsura, or Renma 1/2 Huge Battle 29 Untouchable Fools. This special, known in Japan as Boturo Kaibai 29 Hito Koronai Yatsura, was available through Kitty Animation Circle, making it a difficult item to come by. It contained clips from 29 of Ranma's most memorable opponents from the television series. So I know that Ranma is a martial artist. I know that, but I was unaware that the show actually had that much fighting. That they could make a compilation of people fighting Ranma. Like, I didn't realize it was like a serious action show. I thought it was just a sort of gender bent comedy. Let's see. Ixer Girl Ixilization. Already reviewed that. Everything is martial arts in Ranma. Okay. Street Fighter 2, Yomigeru Fujiwara Kyo, Toki wo Kaketa Fighter Tachi. Don't know why I went Tachi at the end there, but I did. An educational anime featuring Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li, and E. Honda. The four travel back in time and talk about historic things. That sounds fucking awful. The amount of things Rumiko Takahashi turned into a martial art is genuinely impressive. Okay, interesting. But so is it like a gag thing though? Is it like a gag series? I always thought it was sort of just like a gag show. Sotsugyo Graduation. I like the art style. As the date of their high school graduation approaches, 5 friends struggle to decide what they'll do afterwards. Torn between their aspirations, family obligations, and social pressures, none of their options seem like the correct choice. As they contemplate their decisions, knowing that the future will likely pull them in different directions, they agree to take on one last trip to a hot spring together. However, when one of the girls takes the wrong train and gets separated from her friends, the remaining group must band together to help their friend find her way back. Figure skating, rhythmic gymnastics, magic tricks, cooking, okonomiyaki. Yes, Ranma is very much a comedy. Alright, so this is sort of like a drama series containing characters from Ojo-sama Sosamo and Sailor Victory, which was a fucking 1995 thing, and something called Debutante Cops, which comes out in 1996 and is tangentially related to whatever the fuck this is. Sotsugyo M Ore Tachi no Carnival. There's also a series which is Marriage Kekon, which I've heard of and apparently want to watch. Oh, I already added this. Okay, so apparently this is interesting, which means I've got to watch Graduation then, right? I've got to. Got to. Okay, add that shit. What do we got here? Bad boy, we got Macarona Makindo. Yep, I said that right. Clearly. Makenko. There's a part where Ranma fights one of his many fiancées on a giant grill. Okay. You know what? Sometimes you gotta do that. Let's see. Mankenko used to be a normal boy until he was kidnapped by the brain monster Dr. Mud and transformed into a cyborg capable of destroying both the monster and human worlds. On his quest for vengeance, he's inadvertently joined by Makendo, a fellow monster hunter who would prefer not to be, and her little sister Hikari, who would like nothing better. Dastardly demons and wacky monsters abound as the trio fight bad guys to kick some monster butt and get Makenko's body back. Her weapon is a big-ass spatula. The fiancé and not Ranma's, I assume, is who you are referencing in that. Ningen Kakumue, based on the saga novel The Human Revolution by Daisuke Ikeda, published in 1974 through 1999. I would like more information on this. And so we will go off of MAL. We are leaving MAL. And heading to Wikipedia. Whoop. The Human Revolution is a Romanatlev. Please elaborate. A novel about real-life events that is overlaid with a facade of fiction. Okay. By Daisuke Ikeda, published between 1964 and 1995 in a newspaper belonging to his Buddhist organization, Soka Gakkai. It chronicles the efforts of Josei Toda, the second president of Soka Gakkai, to reconstruct his Buddhist organization upon his release from Sugamo prison at the end of World War II. Okay, then. I will pass, but at least we know what this is about now. We have Atashi Tenshi Anata Akuma, which is about childcare, and appears to be a memoir. That is what we know about that. And of course, we have Utsukushi Chikyo wo Yogosanai de, or Cry for Our Beautiful World. Nana is a third grader who finds a strange picture book. She's able to jump into the book and be friends with the girl in it as they traveled around the world. As they traveled around the work, she learns about the innocent cries of children all over the world, of the cries of children all around the world suffering from pollution. The video has some live action segments. Rama's martial arts called Anything Goes Martial Arts. You know what? Sounds like a real martial artist. Okay, I am pretty sure my fucking texting is fucking over now. Thank God. Alright. Let's see. Dragon Ball Z Movie 12. Fukatsu no Fusion Goku to Vegeta. Or Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn, which is one of the few Dragon Ball Z movies I've actually watched, because it was on Toonami at one point. After a janitorial mishap, an unsuspecting custodian transforms into Janemba, a fat, yellow demon who wreaks havoc throughout the afterlife. Goku's son has been competing in martial arts tournaments for the undead since his heroic death in the battle against Cell. Soon, Janemba's chaos draws Goku, and how heroic was Goku's real... Was Goku really... when he died? Really? Because he did sort of blow up King Kai. Soon, Janemba's chaos draws Goku. It's worth noting that if Goku had just grabbed Cell, teleported to a different planet that wasn't King Kai's, and he had plenty of time to teleport back. So really, how heroic was Goku's death really? I think Goku just likes being dead, frankly. He spends a lot of time being dead for no reason. I think he just is like, you know what, I'm vibing with this dead shit right now. Anyway, soon Janemba's chaos draws Goku and his fellow combatant Pikkon towards him, forcing the pair to figure out a way to defeat the giant monster. Pikkon's so fucking cool, I wish he was canon. After a bout with him, Goku witnesses Janemba undergo another transformation. The demon sheds his fat and changes color, turning into a sword-wielding enemy more powerful than anyone Goku has faced thus far. With the aid of his similarly deceased rival Vegeta, Goku must stop the terrifying Janemba from disrupting the very fabric of the universe. Okay, so this movie is actually pretty baller. Janemba's kind of like has a really cool power set where he's like breaks his body into fucking Lego blocks and shit, and we actually get to see Goku and Vegeta use God, what were they called, the Mecharkins, the Metarins, fuck, who created the fusion technique? Something with an M. Fucking the Mecharkin, the Metortion. The Metamorins. The Metamorins. Yeah, you get to see Goku and Vegeta use the Metamorin fusion technique and create like Gogeta for their first time. It's actually pretty baller. I'm pretty sure this is the first Gogeta appearance. GT, movie 12, Brawly, superheroes. Yep. Alright, what do we got? We got Slam Dunk, Shohoku, Saidai, no Kiki, Moeru, Sakuragi, Hanamichi. Nailed it. After losing the Titanic match against Kainan High, Teen Shohoku and the newly shaven Hanamichi Sakuragi are challenged to an exhibition match by virtual basketball unknowns, Ryokufu High. Coach Anzai sees this as an opportunity for Shohoku to regain their confidence, but Ryokufu are revealed to have a newly assembled championship caliber lineup and may give Sakuragi and Co. their toughest test yet. Probably not that tough because they just lost, apparently. Alright, moving on to Marmalade Boy the movie, which is, I assume, a film adaptation of Marmalade Boy. No, it's a prelude to Marmalade Boy. I imagine it's when the parents were like, hey, we should literally spouse swap. A prelude to Marmalade Boy, the TV series. Yu remembers the day when his parents decided to divorce each other and remarry with another married couple. Troubled by the news, Yu decides to take a walk on which he spots a girl he falls in love with at first sight. He decides to follow this unaware girl and falls more in love with her. However, he discovers who the girl really is. She's the daughter of his parents' new lovers. Yeah, we read about that last one, and I'm like, oh, I gotta check out Marmalade Boy. This actually sounds pretty baller. All right, we got Junkers Come Here, which Junkers is the name of the dog. For some reason, I know what this movie is. 6th grade student Hiromi Nozawa leads a troubled life with her parents frequently absent due to work. One of her only companions is her talking dog, Junkers. Though Hiromi puts on a brave face for the public, the stark reality is that she's heavily stressed and she shares this side of herself only with Junkers. After hearing that her parents are considering divorce, Hiromi's stress reaches an all-time high. At this time, Junkers reveals that he has the ability to make 3 miracles occur. Given the potential of his newfound partner, Hiromi must wish carefully, as obtaining what she thinks she wants may end up hurting those she cares about most. Alright, this is Boku no Chikyu wo Mamote Alice Kara Rinkune. Or Please Save My Earth movie from Alice to Rinkun. Let's see. Please Save My Earth movie from Alice to Rinkun is a 2-hour movie narrated by Alice, reminiscing on the events of the OVA as she is on her way to meet Rin in the park. The present-day scenes of Alice and Rin from the movies add scenes that were not present in the manga. Is this the story where the one guy's abusive or some shit like that? I think I saw a video about that. Apparently I already had it. Alright, we got specials. We got Macross 7+. I need to get back in Macross. 2-hour movie, 1 hour and 38 minutes movie. Yes, 2 hours. Oh, shit. Was it really? 98 minutes. Is a 2-hour movie narrated. Yeah, okay, well. So Wikipedia isn't accurate 100% of the time, apparently. Yeah, I need to watch the second Macross anime, is what I need to do. A series of 2 to 3 minute shorts revealing the everyday lives of some characters, backstory of others, and occasional music video. Occasionally included on extras of Macross 7 VHS and Laserdisc releases, if anyone remembers Laserdisc, which I don't, because I wasn't born. Blue Seed Omake. Extra bits meant to add to the Blue Seed story. Episodes 1 through 13 are extras shown on the video releases of Blue Seed in Japan. They take place after every other episode, such as Omake 1 follows episode 2. Excuse me. Episode 14 is an extra featured with OVA Blue Seed 1.5. And what do we have now? We have Yamiyo no Jidaigeki. Tales include The Hill of Old Age, which tells of a conspiracy hatched against Japan's unifier, Oda Nobunaga. Seeing the truth about the assassin sent to murder Nobunaga's successor, Ieyasu Tokugawa. The broadcast was part of the Neo Hyper Kids program. Can we really call Tokugawa the successor of Nobunaga? Can we say that? Is that accurate? Also, calling Oda Nobunaga the unifier of Japan seems a little inaccurate to me, considering he didn't win the war. He died before winning. I mean, would he have won had he not been betrayed? Yes, absolutely. But I don't really consider, I would hardly consider him the unifier, and I would hardly consider Tokugawa the successor. But far be it to me to fucking question the writings of a horror anime. Please Save Me, Earth is the one where he's abusive to her. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think I saw an Anime America video on that, I think. Shin Kido Senki Gundam Wing. Mobile Suit Gundam Wing. The United Earthsphere Alliance is a powerful military organization that has ruled over Earth and space colonies with an iron fist for several decades. When the colonies proclaimed their opposition to this, their leader was assassinated. Now, in the year after Colony 195... Okay, so this is not Universal Century. Bitter colonial rebels have launched Operation Meteor, sending 5 powerful mobile suits to Earth for vengeance. Built out of virtually indestructible material called Gundanium alloy, these Gundams begin an assault against the Alliance and its sub-organization, Oz. Do they still make videos? I believe they do, yes. I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to them. So I am pretty sure they still exist. Let me see. Last video. America. Was a day ago. Yeah. Yeah, last video. Apothecary Diaries and Freerin were the best, but why? Question mark. One Gundam whose pilot has taken the name of the slain colony leader Hiro Yuyi is forced to make a crash landing into an ocean after an atmospheric battle against Oz's ace pilots, Zex Marquis. Or it could be Zex Marquis? Who fucking knows? Upon coming ashore, he is found by Relina Peacecraft, daughter of a fucking never change Gundam, Jesus Christ, of a peace-seeking politician who witnesses Hero's descent to Earth. Although neither of them realize it yet, this encounter will have a profound impact on both of their lives as well as those on Earth and space colonies. Fucking... Why does every Gundam spin-off have the same fucking plot? I don't understand. Look at this little fucking cool looking guy. Wait, is he this fucking mobile suit Gundam Death Scythe? Is he like the alternate version of like fucking Char? Is this Char? Is this Char Aznavour? Alright, what do we got here? We got Slayers. Famous anime Slayers. Powerful, avaricious sorcerer Lena Inverse travels around the world, stealing treasures from bandits who cross her path. Her latest victims, a band of thieves, wait in ambush in a forest, thirsting for revenge. When Lena is about to effortlessly pummel her would-be attackers, the swordsman, Gory Gerbrave, suddenly announces his presence. Assuming Lena to be a damsel in distress, the foolish yet magnanimous man confronts the brigands in order to rescue her. After defeating them post-haste, the oblivious Chevalier decides to escort Lena to Atlas City. Though not very keen on this idea, she ends up accepting his offer. However, without realizing that Lena has chanced upon a mighty magical item among her most recent spoils. Now the two mysterious men are hunting the young magician and her self-proclaimed guardian to obtain this powerful object for apparently nefarious purposes. This way they began their adventure, one where the fate of the world may be at stake. Slayers is famous, and I don't remember why it's famous. Like, I legitimately don't remember why Slayers is famous. I know it is. I know it's famous. I don't remember why anyone cares about Slayers, though. Words can't hurt me. These sleeves are Gucci. Was popular in the 90s, was it? Okay. That's all it used to take, frankly, was being popular in the 90s. And if it was popular in the 90s, that makes it a classic enough that I feel like I'm obligated to watch it. Haha! I have terrible standards and I should get help. Okay, by Shoujo Senshi Sailor Moon Super S, which is the dumbest name of any... Is the dumbest name of any fucking Sailor Moon anime, because it was by Shoujo Senshi Sailor Moon S, but the S stood for super, and so when they came up with the sequel to fucking Sailor Moon S, they created Sailor Moon Super S, which just means Sailor Moon Super Super. Anyway, moving forward. Oh, it's also a 4, which makes it the worst season of Sailor Moon. Is this the one with the goddamn Dead Moon Circus and the fucking unicorn? It is. It's the Dead Moon Circus unicorn arc. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know the worst part about Super S is that it starts off for like the first 10 episodes as the best season of Sailor Moon before quickly, past episode 10, becoming the worst season of Sailor Moon. It starts so strong before going so downhill. Fushigi Yugi. This is actually famous for some reason. During a visit to the National Library, Miyaka Yuki and Yui Hongo stumble upon a strange book that casts a red light, sucking them into its unfamiliar world. Okay, they get isekai. I've still yet to see Super Super. You're not missing anything. You're not missing anything. Oh, shit. Although it is the season where the anime shows that Sailor Moon can lift more than Goku. So that's fun. But sucking them inside its unfamiliar world, upon arrival, the two encounter hostile slave traders and barely escape with the help of Tamehome, a powerful young man bearing a Chinese symbol on his forehead. But a moment later, the red light returns and takes Yui away. Despite desperate to reunite with her companion, Miyaka asks Tamehome for assistance. However, the situation escalates when the pair encounters land's emperor, Hotohori, who believes Miyaka is the foretold priestess of the kingdom's protector, god Suzaku. By gathering the god's 7 celestial warriors, the priestess can summon Suzaku and have all her wishes granted. Hotohori hopes this will save his country, and since it appears to be a fitting solution to the girl's problems as well, he convinces her to accept the role. Meanwhile, at the library, Yui realizes she has been brought back alone. Unable to intervene, she helplessly witnesses Miyaki traversing through courageous trials as the mysterious book's heroine. Despite presenting some disturbing injury, Fushigi Yugi was broadcast at 6 p.m. during its airing in Japan, a time slot that is now no longer permits such content. The series' English version was made in DVD and VHS formats by Ganon Entertainment, formerly known as Pioneer, under the expanded title Fushigi Yugi, The Mysterious Play. The DVDs were released as 8 volumes between July 27, 2004 and September 20, 2005. It was released as 2 box sets, Suzaku on November 30th, 1999, and Seiryu on December 12th, 2000. 7 years later, Media Blasters released another 2 DVD box set and collection with the entire series using the original title. The sets Fushigi Yugi Season 1 and 2 were released on June 9th, 2012 and February 12, 2013, respectively. The collection was made available on April 28th, 2015. In the 90s, publishers learned that girls exist and that we like comic books. The only other thing I know about Fushigi Yugi is it's written by Yu Watase, who is non-binary. Okay. So here's the thing. That, actually sounds good, though, is the thing. I would watch that, though. So. Alright, what do we got? Tenchi Muyo. Is this different from the other Tenchi Muyo? It is, yeah, 1992's Tenchi Muyo. This is a... but it's Media Blaster, so that shit is gonna be fucking VHS rips. When isn't it? Well, no, they had a DVD collection released at one point. Oh, you mean for the DVDs? Oh, okay, yeah. Tenchi Muyo, Tenchi Universe. Tenchi Misaki's life changes forever when the ship of an infamous space pirate, Ryoko Hakubi, is shot down and crashes near his family's temple. Little did Tenchi know that by saving Ryoko, he would spark a series of events that would lead alien women from all walks of life to inhabit his home. This includes the delicate Princess Aika of Jirai and her playful younger sister, Princess Sasami, the scatterbrained first-class detective Mihoshi Koromitsu, and her more capable partner, Kioni Makibi, and the eccentric mad scientist Washu Hakubi. The 6 women do their best to adapt to their new lives, but their more advanced and exotic lifestyle does not mesh well with the simplistic customs of Earth. As a result, they end up making a mess and causing trouble for poor Tenchi. Though the girls are a pain, Tenchi begins to form a close relationship with each of them, and through their bond, he begins to gain a better understanding of his role in the universe. Learn that Media Blasters is not only still around, but they're the top dogs of English-dubbed hentai Blu-rays. I was aware that Media Blasters was still around. I did not know what they were up to. But good for them. Magic Knight Ray Earth, the sequel. I assume I have Ray Earth on here already because if it's famous, I have to have seen it. Magic Knight Ray Earth 2. Little time has passed since the Magic Knight's final confrontation with Princess Emerald's Mashin. Still haunted by the princess's death, Hikaru Shido returns to Tokyo Tower. There she meets her friends Umi Ryuzaki and Fu Haoji for the first time since their spontaneous quest to save Shapiro. Plagued by nightmares of the realm she left behind, Hikaru is relieved to find that her companions too went to return and serve the kingdom they once so dutifully protected. The Magic Knight's wish is answered. For the top of Tokyo Tower, the three are blinded by the same great light that they had seen on the day they first met. Once more on the back of a flying fish, the group returns to Shapiro, a world now isolated and in ruins. With the collapse of the Pillar's power, monsters freely roam the land, while Three Nations seeks to annex Shapiro, with hopes of seizing the Pillar for themselves. Complicating things further is the mysterious Lady Debonair, who proclaims herself to be the rightful ruler of the fallen kingdom. Now confronting graver stakes and radically different enemies, the three Magic Knights set forth to save Shapiro and bring peace. With the bonds they forged together, the trio stands united in the face of such a great challenge. Magic Knight Ray Earth 2 was released on DVD by Media Blasters in 7 volumes on March 25th, 2003. The series was later remastered and released on Blu-ray and DVD by Discotech Media on January 31st, 2017 and February 28th, 2017, respectively. You've seen Magic Knight's Ray Earth from 1997. Okay. I was not aware there was a 1997 version. The Ray Earth OVA is probably what you're talking about? Yeah, the Ray Earth OVA. I didn't even know this fucking existed. I didn't even know they made that. Alright, what do we got? Street Fighter 2 5. Or Street Fighter 2 V? Who fucking knows? Ryu and Ken Masters are close friends and both martial artists. In order to become better fighters and learn new techniques, they travel the world and exposed to many different fighting styles as well as meeting new people. During their journey, they find themselves caught up in a conspiracy perpetuated by a mysterious organization called Shadow Law. Both now face their ultimate challenge and must fight for their lives as they combat the evil M. Bison. I'm used to it being called Shadow Lu instead of Shadow Law. That's interesting. I Tenshi Densetsu Wedding Peach. There are 3 known worlds: the human world, the angel world, and the devil world. The evil queen, Rain Devila, yearns to destroy the angel world with help or her many devil minions. The goddess Aphrodite sends an angel to the human world, Limon, to summon 3 love angels in the form of 3 schoolgirls, Momoko Hanasaki, Yuri Tanima, and Hinagiku Tamano, who together become Angel Lily, Angel Daisy, and Wedding Peach. The 3 girls must fight to overcome the evils of the devils as well as their own lives and restore peace to Angel World by gathering all pieces of the sacred 4 somethings, Saint Something 4, and defeat the evil queen once and for all. I believe it is Shadow Lu in the game, but for some reason called Shadow Law in the movie. Shout out to Wedding Peach, where the 3 characters are Angel Lily, Angel Daisy, and Wedding Peach. Not Angel Peach, Wedding Peach. So one of the girls just is more special than the other girls. And furthermore, they need to gather the sacred 4 somethings. Not even like a specific thing, just sacred 4 somethings. I don't know, gather 4 something. Gather 4 anything, who cares? Ike, Inachu, Takyu, Boo. The Ping Pong Club. Oh god, why does a fucking anime about ping pong have such a long goddamn description? When Inaho Junior High Ping Pong Club grows apathetic about an upcoming tournament, their manager, Kyoko Iwashita, boosts their morale with something they cannot refuse, a sex pass. A voucher that grants the best player on the team unadulterated access to her body for a whole month. This is just many ways that this peculiar ping pong club exceeds the realm of normalcy. Among ping pong club's 6 members, Mayano proves to be the most troublesome, discovering bizarre ways to distract the team each day. With the others contributing to these mischievous acts, Takeda, the captain of the club, tries his hardest to put up with the team's antics. But when popular vice-captain Yusuke Kinoshita is being swept away by girls, he finds himself receiving support from the stern but resilient manager Kyoko. With the ever-present risk of their team being dissolved, Takeda and his friends find themselves having to overcome numerous obstacles. While Mayano often appears to put the club in jeopardy, it is usually he who devises schemes that are just so crazy they have a chance of working. Can Mayano and his ludicrous stunts help his team persevere, or will they continue just to be a nuisance to the ping pong club? This was localized by Central Park Media. Hold on, let's see Kyoko. Okay, interesting. We'll read her description in a second. Ika Inachu Takiobu consists of 26 episodes. However, each episode is divided into 2 12-minute segments, leading to some streaming services to partition the show into 52 episodes. This occurs in the DVD releases as well, though the North American release confused certain 2-part episodes with its episode count at 47. The DVD set consists of 5 uniquely named volumes, with certain episodes appearing on their own respective discs. Let's see. Kyoko Iwashita. She's as tough as nails and landed the managerial job because the principal of the school hoped it would keep her out of trouble. She barely tolerates the antics of the room's adolescent boys, trying constantly to get in her panties. In the episode Burning Spirit, she proves to have incredible motivational skills for the boys when she offers a sex pass to the best player on the team. The holder of this pass can do anything they want with my body for a month. The offer powers the below mediocre team into the city finals. 24 minutes, 26 episodes. You know what? It's just terrible enough that I'm interested. All right. Azuki-chan. Azusa Noyama is a 12-year-old girl student taking 5th grade, but everyone knows her as Azuki-chan, a nickname she dislikes. Fucking knew you. It sounds insane enough that you needed to add it. I need to see where it's going, right? Like, what happens? Like, do they actually bang at the end? Do they not bang at the end? Do they pass the finals? Where is it fucking going? I need to see where it goes more than I care about watching it. I need a resolution to this fucking plot line. Ugh, a nickname that she dislikes. Yunosuke Ogasawara, a new student, asks about her nickname, saying that he likes it. Azuki falls in love with him and they start going out together. They share a diary and become boyfriend and girlfriend. I learned my lesson from Miru Tights. That's fucking fair. I did not, apparently. Let's see. Tobei Isami. Soar high, Isami. Isami Hanaoka is a 5th grader who happens to be descendant of the Shinsengumi. Together with her fellow descendants and classmates, Soshi Yukimi and Toshi Tsukikage, discovers in the basement of her home strange artifacts left by their ancestors, as well as a message urging them to fight the evil Kurutengu organization. I still have burning curiosity, but I'm really nerding on this one. That's totally fair. I'm not. I'm like, I've got to know. I have to know. Juni Senshi Bakuretsu Eto Ranger. The Eto Rangers ride in space-time transmitting machine Kirinda to repair the novel worlds of Mugen. Eto Rangers follow themselves are anthropomorphic animals, each representing one of the 12 Chinese zodiac animals, the 12 branches in Buddhism. In Japan, they are known as Eto animals. The novel worlds are created by the human imagination, such as old folk tales as well as newer books. These living worlds play out repeatedly and are necessary for the good of humanity. Princess Aura rules Mugen, which is an island continent hanging over an ocean from the skybound novel pole. The great god Gol, possibly Jail, gives her power, but she may never leave the small palace island. Their nemesis is the forgotten spirit of cats, Nyanma, real name Chocolate, who was excluded from the choice of 12 protectors by being disqualified from the race. In actual legends, there are many versions of the story. She seeks her revenge by distorting novel worlds with the Jare monsters. It was animated by Shaft. Wow, that's fun. When Jire Monster goes to a novel world, they alter the story, turning into a different version, sometimes a parody of itself. Bakumaru, the spirit of mice, must use the Genryakyo mirror to reveal Jirai Shorin. I could probably have pronounced that better, but I stopped caring. The evil spirit wants enough clues to lead it to its destiny. Often, the Eto Rangers must play out some of the story to find who or what it is, sometimes even taking the role of one of the characters in the tale. After defeating the creature, Kiranada is called. The Bakumaru holds up his hand with one of Aura's 12 gens on it and calls out, Daikorin Corinda! Corinda descends from the dimensional slit and purifies the evil spirit with a beam weapon called Juka Purification. That was so fucking boring that I stopped even trying to read it properly. Alright, what do we got here? We've got... Are we still on winter? Oh no, we're on spring. Oh, thank God. I was about to lose my goddamn mind. Jusenshi Golkiva. Wild Knights Golkiva. This looks bad, and I haven't even read the plot. Made by Sunrise, though. The world we live in is called Earthside in this story. There are other worlds called Nosferatia, Havenstia, Eternalia. When Darknoids from Nosferatia began invading Earthside, Haventia sent 3 Animoids, beast humans, to prevent it. The lead character, Toya, had believed that he was mere human, but found he was actually a being of Eternalia. With the help of 3 Animoids, Toya fights to defend Earthside. Shit, that sounds unbelievably bad. That sounds so bad. Alright, what do we got? We have Kyoryu Bokenki Jura Tripper. Just want to look at this poster, and okay, I wanted to see that. Alright, on a school yachting trip, 15 children of various ages are mysteriously transported to a world where dinosaurs still roam. While attempting to return home, they encounter talking dinosaurs, revolutionaries, pirates, a princess, and primitive scientists. These unlikely allies help them to escape from soldiers, bandits, vicious dinosaurs, and fanatical priests. Aggression between the 2 oldest boys leads to a split in the ranks and a sneaky double-cross plot. Unlikely romances bloom in this tense atmosphere, and the group learns that each has strengths that can help get them home if they work together. Loosely based on Deux Onze Devances by Jules Verne from 1888. Holy shit, Headshot, how are you doing? It has been a while. Haven't seen you in forever. What you been up to? Okay, well, I don't like dinosaurs, and this sounds like this could be good, but I don't like dinosaurs. So, moving on. Bono Bono TV. A sea otter and his friends, a raccoon and a squirrel, live and play together in the forest. Sounds riveting. Okay, moving on to Sekai Misaku Dowa Wow! Merchan Okoku, the world's most famous tales. Based on Western tales from the usual suspects, 1001 Nights, C. Perrault, Beaumont, J&W Grimm, H.C. Anderson, C. Coldy, English Fairy Tales, H. Peel, L. Carroll, J. Swift, A. Dumas, E.T.A. Hoffman, L. F. Baum, and J. Speary. It's been a while. Been dealing with lots of bullshit in the first half of this year, so yeah. Oh, that sucks. I hate dealing with bullshit. I had some bullshit to deal with today because I had to argue with my fucking insurance company for like an hour. It was more than that. It was like an hour and a half. It was hour 40, we'll say. I love that it's just like the huge. No one, I have never seen the names of these authors get abbreviated like this. And I also don't recognize most of them. Like, I think I've vaguely heard of some of them, Like, obviously, I know LF Bomb, and I know Dumas, and I know Carroll, and I know Grimm. But off the handedly, I could not tell you who Perrault or Beaumont, even though they sound familiar, I could not tell you who they are, or H.C. Anderson, or Collodi, or H. Pyle, or J. Swift. I could look these people up, right? We could probably look these up if we're that invested, which I don't know why we are. But let's find... Who the fuck is C. Perrault and what did they make? Charles Perrault made Little Red Riding Hood, Cinderella, Puss in Boots, and Sleeping Beauty and Bluebeard. Stronger than I am, I can't argue like that. I'll usually cave in at some point, so I always need a second person to back me up or lead an argument for me. I mean, I wanted my fucking money back, so... bullshit's easier to deal with when not done by someone that is being shielded from accountability. So yeah, no, I feel ya on that. Let's see, who is Beaumont? Beaumont is who the fuck is Beaumont? It said usual suspects, but when I look up Beaumont, I don't get anything. I'm gonna write author? Who the fuck is Beaumont? William Commons Beaumont made the Howling Man static miniature printer's devil. Number 12 looks just like you. The Seven Faces, The Intruder, and The Mask of the Red Death, which was a 1964 horror film, but that wasn't... Oh, oh no, yeah. Who the fuck is Beaumont? It can possibly mean this. Oh, it clearly means William Colmes Beaumont? Who the fuck is William Colmes Beaumont? The Riddle of the Earth, The Mysterious Comet, The Riddle of Prehistoric Britain, Britain the Key to the World History, The Private Life of the Virgin Queen, A Rebel in Fleet Street, The Great Deception. Okay, so Beaumont's not anyone, right? Am I right about that? No one knows who Beaumont is. Alright, who is H.C. Anderson? H.C. Anderson did The Emperor's New Clothes, Little Mermaid, The Nightingale, The Steadfast Soldier, The Red Shoes, The Princess and the Pea, The Snow's Queen, The Ugly Duckling, The Middle Latch Girl, and Thumbelina. Significantly more famous than whoever the fuck Beaumont is. Who is Collodi? C. Collodi. Sacrificing now, I can't figure it out. I mean, have you heard of Beaumont? Who the fuck is Beaumont? Collodi is Adventures of Pinocchio. That one I think was pretty obvious once I realized he was Italian. Who is H. Pyle? One of these created Peter Pan, I'm sure. I just don't. You could not tell me who. Howard Peel. One of these probably created Peter Pan, I'm guessing. Peel created Robin Hood. Let's see. J. Swift. Let's see. Why did that play twice? J. Swift is a Spanish music producer. I meant the author. I clearly mean John G. Swift McNeil? Who the fuck it... It's entertaining when it's not me not being able to decipher something. I know it seems like I shouldn't be wasting this much time trying to figure out who these fucking people are, but, like, who the fuck are these people? J. Swift, author. Jonathan Swift, who is... Oh, he did Gulliver's Travels. Oh, he did Gulliver's Travels. A Tale of a Tub, An Argument Against Abolishing Christianity, Gulliver's Travels, and A Modest Proposal. I was not aware that Gulliver's Travels was done by the same guy who did A Modest Proposal for preventing the children of poor people from being a burden to their parents or country, and for making them beneficial to the public. Which is a fucking hysterical piece of satirical a hysterical satirical work where Jay Swift, as he's apparently being called, propositions that to cut down on the amount of orphans in the strait, that we should just cook orphans. Apparently they live for at the moment. Okay, E.T.A. Hoffman wrote The Nutcracker and the Mouse King. Let's see. L.F. Baum. By the way, for those that don't know, 1001 Arabian Nights is a very famous work of fiction. Grimm brothers were famous for doing darker adaptations of older European fairy tales. This just says English fairy tale. Lewis Carroll is a pseudonym for, I want to say, Charles Dodgson. Let's see. Lewis Carroll. Yeah, Charles Dodgson, who was famous for creating Alice in Wonderland. Alexander Dumas was like Three Musketeers and Man in the Iron Mask. L.F. Baum was the creator of Wizard of Oz. And then final guy is Jay Speary. Good old Jay Speary. Is Johanna Speary. Let's see. She created Heidi. Okay, I've never heard of Heidi in my fucking life. And we still don't know who Beaumont is. After all of this, we still haven't found Beaumont. I leave and I come back and all I hear is cook orphans. Okay. Well, at the very least, we now know who all of these people except for Beaumont. I love how it's like the usual suspects, you know, Beaumont. The person I can't find. Even when I specifically try to. Alright, what do we got? We got Bit the Cupid. This is a comedy about a character who shoots arrows that cause pairs of people to fall madly in love with each other and float about in ecstasy of emotion. Delightful. Rednecks think that Nutcracker is something you did off the high dive. Jeff Foxworthy. It can be both. Let's see. Yanbo, Ninbo, Tonbo. An old 1950s NHK radio drama featuring the three titular Monkey Brothers. This anime updates the story for the 90s audience of the original broadcaster's new satellite channel. The brothers try some crow soup, start a fire on the mountain, and race the king of pig people like kids do. I have heard, I want to be clear, I'm not a ballet dancer, but I have heard that the Nutcracker is the hardest ballet for men to perform. Like, it is the hardest ballet if you are a male dancer. I believe, don't quote me on this because I am not a ballet expert, but I believe Swan Lake is the hardest if you are a female dancer. Yeah, why? Do you know who Beaumont is? Let's see. We have, oh my god, we're still in the season. Oh, fuck off. Oh god, we're gonna be in 1995 for the next 12 years. Kuma no Putaro. The series depicts Putaro's peculiar encounters with his bizarre neighbors. Let's see. Armitage. Exclusive footage of Sacrobelic losing his mind has been obtained by the station. Details at 11. It's just a broadcast of me screaming, "Who the fuck is Beaumont?" Let's see. You know a couple of Beaumonts? Okay. All right. Okay. Who are they? Let's see. Shinpi no Sekai El Hazard. I've heard of El Hazard for some reason. El Hazard, the Magnificent World. After Makoto Mizuhara agrees to testify against the boisterous student council president, Katsuhiko Jinai, for bribing school clubs in recent student council elections, Jinai chases him down in an attempt to silence his self-proclaimed rival. Suddenly, during the chase, time stops for everyone except for Makoto. Perplexed, he wanders around the campus until he notices a light coming from the school's closed-off basement, wherein an ancient relic has just been uncovered. Makoto is walking towards the artifact, surrounded by strings of light, when out of it comes an otherworldly woman who claims she has been waiting for 10,000 years to see him. Weakened by the passage of time, she uses her remaining power to transport a confused Makoto to another world, which she refers to as El Hazard. However, others who are at school are also caught in the spell, namely Jinai, Masamichi Fujisawa, the alcoholic teacher, Nanami Jinai, the headstrong sister of President Jinai. The fantastical and magnificent world of El Hazard awaits these four individuals, where they become entangled in a story of its inhabitants and embark on an adventure filled with laughter, danger, and even romance. El Hazard, the Magnificent World, formerly distributed by the U.S. NBC Universal Entertainment Japan, whose North American branch, then known as Pioneer Entertainment. In July 2019, Nozomi Entertainment, a division of Right Stuff Incorporated, took over and rescued the license for the series. In 2001, the series also inspired a role-playing game called El Hazard, role-playing game by Canadian company Guardians of Order. I was going to say a dog trying to enter the door with a long stick that keeps blocking entry, but that works too. There's Charles Beaumont, a showrunner for Twilight Zone, Francis Beaumont, a playwright, and John Beaumont, a poet. Okay, all right, let's go through it. Hold on. Let's check out Francis Beaumont. Let's check out Francis Beaumont, because he's the most likely one. Francis Beaumont was a dramatist in the English Renaissance theater, most famous for his collaborations with John Fletcher. And what did he make? He made The Knights of the Burning Pestle, The Mask of the Inner Temple of the Gray's Inn's Mask, The Woman Hater, what a name for a play, Cupid's Revenge, Philister, or Love Lies, a bleeding tragicomedy, The Maid's Tragedy, A King and No King, The Captain, The Scornful Lady, Love's Pilgrimage, The Noble Gentleman, and his collaborations with Fletcher include Theory and 1600s didn't use real English, The Coxcomb, Beggar's Bush, and Love's Cure. Okay, I've heard of none of that. Who the fuck is John Beaumont? John Beaumont. I'm assuming it's Sir John Beaumont, 1st the Baronet, because there's 300 Beaumonts. John Beaumont created Bosworth Fields, with a taste of variety of other poems left by Sir Beaumont, no more taste wherever vouchsafed. What the fuck? Oh, he created 12 books known as The Crown of Thorns. Okay. So I'm assuming it might be based off of Francis Beaumont, but, like, I've never heard of any of this shit. So who knows? There's also Andrea Beaumont. Beaumont? Oh, have I been saying it wrong the whole time? Oh, you're... Actually, you know what? Now that I look at it, you're completely correct. I have been mispronouncing it. And I'm going to keep saying Beaumont. I acknowledge that you're correct, and that I know you're correct, but I'm going to keep saying Beaumont. There's also Andrea Beaumont, a Batman villain called the Phantasm. Anyway, I'm going to check out El Hazard. It's good to know that we have a definitive start date for when isekai anime got real isekai-y, and it was 1995. The real isekai started in 1995. She looks like Risty from Queensblade. Wait, did I remember to add this, or did I just say I was going to do this? As he's likely no longer alive, you're technically not incorrect. Let's see. We have Fushigi no Kuni no Miyuki-chan. Miyuki-chan in Wonderland. Miyuki. Oh, I've heard of this. Wasn't this made by Clamp? Isn't this a Clamp thing? Like Clamp in Wonderland. Yeah, this is a Clamp thing. Which means I may have read the manga. Miyuki is a cute girl in overhead. When late for school, she's suddenly transported to another world, Alice in Wonderland style, except for all the inhabitants of their world are female, and they all seem to be in love with Miyuki, and the world behind her mirror is even weirder. I was unaware that that's what this was about. Okay, interesting. Well, I will go ahead and pass on that, but that is amusing. Hikyo Tenkin Fam Eerily. Sure. Ruins Explorers Fam in Erie. Fam and Erie are willing to do almost anything to make a buck, so when these debt-driven damsels discover the potential profits to be hand in recovering a particularly dangerous mystical object, it means mortal peril for an entire civilization. There's no guarantee that they'll live long enough to squander the fabulous wealth they've been promised, and danger lurks around every turn as they cross dark seas in pursuit of legendary evil, haunted by unspeakable curse, plagued by doomsday prophecies, plotted against by untrustworthy traveling companions, and look in desperate face to gain ultimate power. Fam and Erie are ruin explorers. I'm gonna pounce on that. I actually didn't add it. The art style, what I don't care about this at all. I'm going to be honest. This doesn't sound very interesting. What I'm more interested in is I want to know who did the art on this, because this looks almost like the Dot Hack creator or something. It looks very familiar to me. So I'm more interested in who did the character designs. This is based on a manga. The manga was Kunihiko Tanaka, who did Metal Idol, World Destruction. No. Huh. Interesting. Who did the character design? Was Toshihisa Kaya, who did character design for... He did do key animation for Dot Hack. But he didn't do character designs for Dot Hack. Ugh. Interesting. Okay. Maybe it's just one of them art styles or something. Alright, well, anyway, moving on from whatever the fuck that was. Lesson XX! Alright, the story of Lesson XX has a sweet feel to it. It revolves around two boys, Shizuka and Sakura, who names their son Sakura, who are friends at co-ed boarding school. One day, Shizuka happens to notice Sakura's sheer beauty when he dives in to take a hit from a baseball. After some mixed-up thoughts of who Sakura likes, Shizuka tells him he wishes to kiss him as a joke, but Sakura doesn't care. He still insists that the two kiss under the starry sky. After this incident, Shizuka thinks it's best for the two to be away from each other, so as to sort out their thoughts and real feelings. Saber Marionette R. Junior, the heir of the Romana, and his battle sabers Cherry and Lime, who have cute girl circuits, are enjoying their peaceful life in Romana. Suddenly, the evil Starface and his Sexidolls attack Romana in order to take over Starface, so Starface can become the next high official. In order to truly become the next high official and ruler of Romana, he must first eliminate Junior. This begins a battle for not only Junior's life, but for all of Romana. It's one of the most insane things I've ever read. Hold on. Okay, so this is a character called Bloodberry. And this is like Sexidol B. And the reason I am bringing this up is because the like Cherry and Lime and like the cute girls all have these like very over the top, like exaggerated, like cutesy art styles. But then when you go over to like the Sexadolls, they have this like a gritty 80s OVA feel to them. Like, look at this character. Like, what the fuck is with this clashing art styles? I'm actually, I think, more interested in, like, how fucking radically off-center this fucking animation style is than I am in the plot. When I see characters named Sakura, it's usually their last name. So let's go to Lesson XX and find out if this dude's last name is Sakura. Okay, it is. It's actually Ishitaro Sakura. So that makes more sense. I was thinking his first name was Sakura, and I'm like, who the fuck names their kid Sakura? Shin Megami Tensei Tokyo... Wait, no, I already reviewed this. Tokyo Moko Shiroku. Like, it's their last name, or they come out as trans as the story progresses, so from a first name standpoint, you're not wrong. Yeah. I double-checked. It is his last name. Let's see. Dirty Pair Flash 2. Always causing more destruction than they prevent, Special Agents Kei and Yuri face tough challenges while at an amusement park planet. This anime finds the pair facing off against an android, hitwoman, transvestite assassins, ghosts, and more. In addition, the lovely angels get into several wild ventures while tracking down a con man and giving love advice to the computer programmer they're protecting. Okay, not a fan of Dirty Pair Flash 2. Interesting. Alright, why not? Let's see. Wait, this is already out. Yeah, this is 1993. This is Hummingbird. Megami Paradise. Mama Megami, the mother goddess and ruler of paradise, is retiring. That air hit my lungs very poorly. Her successor appoints a young mage named Lilith to be one of her guardians. Lilith's first assignment is to recruit 2 more worthy guardians for the new Mama Megami. Not an easy task, as Satashia, the first candidate on Lilith's shortlist, is not interested. Lilith didn't even have a chance to ask the second person on the list, a warrior named Juliana, due to a misunderstanding caused by Satashia's little sister, Rurubel. Rurubel wants to be a guardian, but Lilith turned her down due to her very young age and lack of experience. Meanwhile, Paradise is under attack by an evil goddess who wants to dominate it, and it's up to Lilith, Satashia, Rurubel, and Juliana to thwart the attackers. If you go to my MAL list, you can see massive difference in scores between Flash and the original. Oh, I'm sure. I'm just wondering, like, what's wrong with Flash specifically? What did Flash do to slight thee? So, Princess Minerva. Princess Minerva enters a tournament that offers a winner a fortune, but when her bodyguard gets kidnapped by an evil sorceress, things really start to heat up. These characters are just straight naked. They are just not wearing clothing. It's like Queensblade before Queensblade came out. Dirty Pair Flash is a modern 90s reboot of Dirty Pair. It lacks pretty much everything that made the original show good in the first place. Oh, okay, gotcha. It's one of them. Let's see. Sailor Victory. This I've heard of before, and not just because we read a connection to another thing earlier today. On a faraway planet of Totsu Asuka, violent crimes are using armed robots on the rise. When the police of Mikado City, woefully unequipped to handle the situation, the only hope left is to quash the chaos, is Sailor Victory, a group of vigilantes with their own armed robots serving justice with speed and style. With public opinion of the police department at an all-time low, the force is willing to do anything to bolster its image against Sailor Victory, even if it has to resort to unscrupulous methods. I think the reason I know about Sailor Victory is I think it has been used in marketing campaigns before for some reason. And that is, I think, the only reason why I'm even vaguely familiar with this. Alright. Koryo no Minami Mina no Sho. Based on a manga by Inoue Noriyoshi, which has also had a Super Famicom game spin-off. Natsumi Kiryomon, The protagonist was the 45th leader of the Natsume family and inherit the Kiryo no Mimi, a tool which gives its bearer easy access to wealth and women. How does it do that last one? I understand wealth. How does it do the last one? How does it give you easy access to women? Does it like open a door and there's just like a bunch of women on the other side? Does it create the women? Is it a mind control device? Is it like a gold digger button? Yeah, is it sex slavery? How does it provide the women? Like, I understand the correlation between having money and having women. I don't understand how a tool just gives you the women, though. As a result of his father's death, he's left the Italian monastery where he'd been training and rightfully took the name Natsume Kiryomon, as well as the power of the Kiryu no Mimi. Upon his return to Japan, he fell fatally in love with Kaneko, one of the members of the rival Mina family. However, the evil hand of the Mina family attacked Natsume constantly and abducted Kaneko. Now Natsume has unlocked the seal, making Kiryu's power surge, and he's striking back at the Mina family. I'm going to watch this just because I need to know how this tool provides him with women. Frankly, I just want to know how this tool works. So I'm going to watch fucking 56 minutes of an OVA. Just because I need to know I just need to know how. I just need to know how. Let's see. Udawada Yataru Hima Wani. Anime adaptation of the manga I'm not reading this again. By Hideyuki Yonehara, serialized in Weekend Shonen Champion. And what was it about? Shimada Aki and Akaki Naomi are best friends since their childhood. Shimada is tricky and won't be serious with anything that's not fun or profitable to him unless provoked. Akaki, on contrary, is straightforward, more caring and dull. However, both are talented at fighting bullying. This manga is a comedic fun story of the careless high school boys' accidental fights that make them known to all of Japan's scary and influential gangsters. It's an anime about two bullies fighting gangsters. Okay, then. All right. Lupin the Third, Kutebare Nostradamus, or Lupin the Third, Farewell to Nostradamus. After a diamond heist in Brazil, Lupin hides the gem in a doll and boards a plane headed out of the country. While on board, the doll is stolen by a little girl named Julia, whose nanny is none other than Fujiko Mine. Oh, that poor little girl. That poor little girl. That never turns out well when Fujiko's your nanny. Before Lupin can get the doll back, the plane is hijacked and the girl is kidnapped. The kidnappers are after the same thing that Fujiko is after, a book of Nostradamus prophecies hidden in Julia's father's tower. Lupin and the gang join forces to save the girl, get the diamond back, and discover secrets surrounding the strange book. Let's see, Shin-Chan Movie 3, which was actually okay, apparently. Seiri Tsukai. This is Elementors. Nope, Elementalors. My first one made sense. This is based on a manga by Okazaki Takeshi, begun in 1990. After a family tragedy, Kagura is left with only his beloved friend Asami for consolation. Meanwhile, there is a war beginning in the spiritual world. Beings known as Elementalors call upon power from spirits to maintain harmony in the world by balancing individual forces of nature. Lord Shiki, a water Elementalor, kidnaps Asami in order to use special powers she possesses to retrieve his daughter, who has been imprisoned for nearly destroying the earth. Kagura discovers that he is also an Elementalor, a very powerful one. He must join forces with other Elementalors to save Asami and prevent Lord Shiki from causing a great imbalance by releasing his daughter. Delightful. All right, moving on from Elementalors to Tokai no Buchi, which is an anime made by Tezuka Productions. That is all we know about it. Let's see, we have Tobe Pegasus Kokoro no Golden Shoot, which is a movie about the soccer team Pegasus created from the visually impaired children studying in Chiba Prefectural School for the Blind. Okay. So it's an anime made by blind children. About soccer. Okay, fair enough. Let's see, Sailor Moon S specials, already read that. Macross Plus 7, we did that earlier. Crayon Shinchan specials, we've talked about that a billion times. Finally, we move on to summer of 1995. Don't worry, everyone, we're getting through 1995 soon. H2. Hero has two loves, baseball and porn. We didn't even make it past the first sentence. We didn't even make it past the first sentence. Hero has two loves, baseball and porn, but due to an elbow injury, gives up baseball, choosing to school with no baseball team. His childhood friend Hikari attends a different school with baseball ace Hideo. The two of them wish that Hero had not given up baseball. Hero joins the soccer team and meets Haruka, a clumsy girl who is also the daughter of his father's boss. Haruka is the manager of the unofficial baseball club at Hero's school. When the school team challenges the baseball club to a game with hopes of humiliating them, the baseball club nearly loses until Hero, disgusted by the soccer team's arrogance, switches to the baseball club. I've heard of this. Probably because of Shonen Sunday CM in H2, which, no. Well, I don't know why I've heard of this then. This is, of course, Nurse, Angel, Ririka, SOS, which I believe I've also heard of. Let's see. The evil forces of Dark Joker are closing in on our planet after having destroyed the beautiful planet of Queen Earth. Now 10-year-old Moria Ririka, with the help of her childhood friend Seiya and the mysterious Kanon, must transform into the Nurse Angel and find the elusive Flower of Life, the only way to defeat the evil forces. The Flower of Life that once bloomed all over Earth is where no one thought it would ever be, in a high school. And Ririka must make the hardest decision of her life in order to acquire it and rid the universe of evil once and for all. It's inside her little brother, who she has to cut open. Let's go OVAs. We read that one. Renma 1/2 Super. Super OVA 1, based on a story from Volume 27 of the manga. Shampoo and Ukyo arrange to travel to a cave that is legendary for breaking up couples. They hope they will cause Renma and Akane to break up, and Shampoo hopes to ditch Mouse the same way. Super OVA 2, Jaku no Oni, the Wicked Demon, was released in 1998 based on a story from the Volume 29 of the manga. An Oni that wears a tiger-striped diaper, just like the Oni of Urusei Yatsura, escapes its sealed box and begins to possess people in the neighborhood. Super OVA 3, this is a story from Volume 31. Ranma disturbs a doll that takes revenge on anyone that shows it disrespect. In order to teach Ranma a lesson, the doll possesses Akane and tries on many occasions to attack him. This is 3x3 Eyes, Seima Densetsu, which I've also heard of, or at least I've heard of 3x3 Eyes. Yeah. Which was 1991. So maybe I'll watch this if 3x3 Eyes is a watchable show. Yakuma has trained and searched for 3x3 Eyes, Legend of the Divine Demon, has searched for 4 years following Pai's mysterious disappearance. However, when he finally finds her, not all is well, as her memory seems to be gone. They attempt to return her memory by going to the Holy Land, birthplace of the immortal races of the Sanjians. Maho Shoujo, Pretty Sami. Let's see. Sasami's always been kind of neat, but now she's imbibed with a healthy dose of magic, which she plans to use to right the things wrong with the Earth and, of course, help her brother Tenchi out of trouble. Naturally, there's going to be trouble this time. It's the mysterious Pixie Misa and Ryoko going at it against Ayaka, as usual, isn't making things any easier for her. So this is a Tenchi spinoff where Tenshi's sister gets magic powers. Alright, let's get on that. Ginga Ojo-sama Densetsu Yuna Kanashimi no Siren. Or Galaxy Fraulein Yuna. Sure. Yuna Kagarazaka, a clumsy and sweet 16-year-old girl, had her life drastically changed when she won an intergalactic contest for the person with the purest heart. Now, how do you judge these contests? Oh, moose like for your hair. Okay, understood. Now she is an intergalactic superhero and a magical girl known as Savior of Light. She pilots the mecha L-Line to maintain peace of the universe. But Yuna's entire world is shaken when she is wrongfully accused of destroying a city with L-Line. She is captured and taken prisoner by Misaki Ichichojin, a special agent from the Galaxy Alliance. However, Misaki soon realizes that she's been deceived and teams up with the rest of Yuna's friends to free the Savior and save the galaxy before the evil force is restored to peace. Alright, so this sounds terrible, right? Hear me out. Hear me out. This sounds terrible. But for some reason, I have a good feeling about this. The Chinese characters in Ranma are named after beauty products, shampoo, cologne, and mousse. Oh, okay. The one mentioned that is Pantyhose Taru. No, I think Pantyhose is a beauty product. Ranma 1/2 Doko music video. This was a collection of the opening and ending OVA themes performed by Doko. The musical group made up of Ranma's 1/2 cast members also includes interviews with the cast during the recordings of Tunnel of Lost Love OAV. The interviewed voice actors include Kaipei Yamaguchi, Megumi Hayashibara, Noriko Hidaka, Kenichi Ogata, Minami Takayama, Kikuko Inoue, Ryunosuke Obayashi, Hiromi Tsuru, Rei Sakuma, Toshikoko Seki, Miyoko Asuo, Koichi Yamidara, Hirotaka Suzuki, Sayako Shimazu, and Shigeru Chiba. Took more time describing who the fuck was in this than it did. Let's see. It's very different from shampoo, cologne, and mouse. If it were his name, it would be like a foundation or something. Mate, I don't think you fully understand the joke there. What I was saying is that Pantyhose is a beauty product, in that it is a product for the purposes of beauty, not it's like a Miru Tights sort of joke, mate. It wasn't. I'm well aware you don't. I know what beauty products are. Rakusho Hyperdoll. Mew and Mika are alien androids set by their boss to defend the Earth. Unfortunately for our planet, they are the laziest superheroines you will ever meet. Now, most superheroes would drop whatever they're doing, transform, and proceed to kick monsters' butts. But these two would do no such thing. Mew and Mika can't just let their duties interfere with their ice cream arguments or whatever arguments, with their ice cream arguments or whatever activities they happen to be engaged in at the time. When they are not hyperdolls, they seem to just be ordinary, rather cute schoolgirls lusted after by the boys. Oh, mate, you're not stupid. Sometimes jokes go over people's heads. I should have been more punchy with my delivery, maybe. Idol Project. Mimu Immelton is a cute 14-year-old who has come to the annual Starland Festival to become an idol, just like her role model, Yuri. It is the most celebrated event on United Earth, and Yuri, now president of Earth, has encouraged people to join the ranks of excellent idols. Unfortunately for Mimu, she can never seem to make it to her audition on time, as a misadventure after misadventure lands her in situations, usually involving undergarment exposure, I might add, that she escapes with the help of current excellent idols, whom she befriends, just as she makes her place on stage and begins her audition. So an unknown group of aliens kidnaps her and the excellent idols. It is only the beginning of the wild, interdimensional goose chase that places Mimu in the position to save the world, if only she can believe in herself. Good for her. Okay, moving on. What do we got here? We got a big ol' Reddit link. I might add, actually in the fucking description. It is, in fact, yes. Misadventure after misadventure lands her in situations, usually involving undergarment exposure, I might add. I'm sorry I was born stupid meme. I'm sorry I was born stupid. I'm sorry I was born stupid. I'm sorry I was born stupid. Wow, there's like multiple layers of that, huh? That just like kept going. Oh, it's a Danganronpa quote. Also, I didn't even realize that. Oh, it's a Danganronpa. Oh, wow, it's a Danganronpa quote of someone reading a button that says that. Okay, then. I have that sticker on my bookshelf. I can imagine why it does seem like something that would have been made, yeah. Alright, we got by Shoujo Yuge Kitai Battle Skipper. Despite the title, this is not a feature, but 3-part OAV Battle Skipper 1995, which Takashi Watanabe directed before going on to Slayers. When the members of the Etiquette Club at St. Ignatius School for Girls go down the tubes, literally, they acquire the skimpy outfits they wear to pilot the unfortunately named BSS, or Battle Skippers, state-of-the-art military mecha. As X-Stars, the Etiquette Club members fight to eliminate evil from the world, which means the bizarre schemes of Sayaka, the nasty super rich president of the rival debutante club, and her flunky Toto. The series was created to promote a line of new robot toys from Tomy, and viewers who are willing to accept high school girls' quarrels escalating into battles involving satellite weaponry may enjoy these silly adventures. I just want to like bring up Rei Shibusawa, because like that's a fucking killer design. Vice president of the Etiquette Club, fucking goddamn. All right, hold up. And that's it. I'm not gonna watch it. I just wanted to point out how sick that design was. And when it's the limited edition of 1-2 Reload, I have, because it literally just all the stuff from 1-2 limited editions repackaged. When that limited edition then was Meccano Scientific Attack Force. 3 10-minute videos present a trippy view into the minds of the creators, brought together by Pierre Taki of Denki Groove. Meccano Scientific Attack Force features 3 shorts done in very different styles. The 3 short films are Plastic Gunman, a 3D Western spoof, World Meccano Triangle, a music video reminiscent of the 90s era screensavers, and Hirogaoka no Saordaijan, translated Prime Minister of Grey Hill, an animated styled video parody of Akira Mochizuki's famous 1997 manga Yuhigaoka no Sori Daijin. I mean, if there was a limited release and then they re-release the limited edition release, I guess it is technically still limited edition. Although, fun fact, I actually have a limited edition copy of Bento, because it was like $11 and it was cheaper than the non-limited edition copy of Bento. I wasn't even planning to buy Bento, but when I saw it for like $11 for the collector's box set, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna buy it. Yamiyo no Jidaki, a direct sequel that was put straight to video, the ear of Jinsuke, about a wandering swordsman saving a damsel in distress from evil spirits. Prince from the Fall of Bakufu features a tomboy from a woodcut works changed with making a print of the young warrior Okita Soji. I read that and I couldn't even understand it. Features a tomboy from a woodcut works charged with making a fine print of the young warrior Okita Soji. I have the limited edition of Blood Lad because it was the same price as the normal edition at the same time. Hell yeah! Let's see. Whispers in My Heart, which is one of the best Ghibli films. What do we have? Dragon Ball Z Movie 13, Ryokin Bakuhatsu Goku ga Yaranabe Daraga Yaru, or Dragon Ball Z, Wrath of the Dragon. The Z Warriors discover an unopenable music box who are told to open it with the Dragon Balls. Why would they do that? That's just stupid. The contents of the box turn out to be Typhon, who sealed himself inside along with a monster called Harudagarn. Goku must now perfect a new technique to defeat the evil monster. Is that really the plot of the Harudagarn movie? I've seen the Harudagarn movie. I have seen the Harudagarn movie, though. Hold up. Yeah, they did a fucking play-in of it on Toonami at one point. So I have seen the Harudagarn movie. Hold up. There we go. I barely remember it. I'm going to give it a 5. Alright, Slayers the Motion Picture. In this prequel movie to the Slayers television series, Lena Inverse travels to Mipros Island with her rival/traveling companion, Naga the Serpent. While they originally came for the hot springs, they soon find themselves mixed up with a conspiracy involving Mazoku, named Joy Rock. Years ago, he killed all of the elves that inhabited the island and absorbed their power. They are soon joined by an old mage named Rowdy Gabrave, who is in love with one of the elves slaughtered and also wants to defeat Joy Rock. It's just a clipboard box and an art book with a little manga where the characters talk about how Blood Lad was being made into an anime. Pretty sure I've read Blood Lad. Yep. Read the first 35 chapters of Blood Lad. To be fair, the remaining chapters, 50 chapters of Blood Lad did not exist when I was reading those chapters, so... because I was reading it when it was coming out. Slam Dunk. I had to stop because I thought this was an OVA briefly, and I was like, well, we already fucking read the Slam Dunk OVA. Horero Basket Man. Damashi Hanamichi to Rukawa no Atsuki Natsu. Ichiro Mizuzawa, a player from Rukawa's old junior high school, Tomigoka, is diagnosed with a crippling leg condition and wants to play one of the last game with Rukawa. Hanamichi sets out to help the boy and fulfill his wish. Macross 7 movie, Ginga ga Ora wo Yonideru. Macross 7, the galaxy is calling me. While investigating a sound anomaly across the galaxy, Basara Crash lands on a snowy planet and receives an unfriendly welcome from the local residents. On the planet, he befriends Pedro, a 4-year-old boy who watches the Galaxy Network and idolizes Firebomber. Basara also discovers that the sound he's searching for is generated by Amelia, a lone Meltrandi struggling to make music of her own. Anne Noniki, The Diary of Anne Frank. Oh, Jesus Christ. Amsterdam, June 12, 1942. Anne celebrates her 13th birthday and begins her diary, which she calls Kitty. Hiding for 2 years from the German threat, the young girl writes about her idealistic views on the world, her ambitions, her fears, and her first love, Peter. Apparently at the Museum of Pop in Seattle on the exhibit about Kurt Cobain, they used the term unalive instead of suicide. Why? Hajimari no Bokensha Tachi, Legend of Christania. Legend of Christania, the motion picture. Lord Haven watches over a secluded village in the realm of Jana and Redon. His son feels unsatisfied with his tranquil yet dull life of assisting the townsfolk in their labor. When his parents are suddenly assassinated, Redon must flee his village with a handful of companions. As the group is cornered at the edge of God's Wall, a mystical snakeskin that seals off John in from the rest of the world, a voice beckons to Redon. It urges him to enter a fresh opening in the wall and travel to the fabled land of Christania, where he can obtain incredible power. Without any other options, Redon and his comrades escape through the mysterious passage, only to find Christania far different than how the legends friends picture it. Faced with danger and shape-shifting beastmen Redon and his party wonder if they stumbled into someplace worse than where they came from. Things take a favorable turn, however, when the group meets a pair of travelers knowledgeable about the tumultuous state of Christania. Hajimara no Bukunsha Legend of Christania is part of a multimedia franchise Legend of Christania developed by Ryo Mizuno in Group SNE. It premiered at the 1995 Kodakawa Anime Festival. The movie was available on VHS in Japan on May 21st, 1996, and North America as Legend of Christania, the motion picture, by ADV Films on September 22nd, 1998. Additionally, ADV Films released a DVD version on May 25th, 1999, and a 2-disc set titled Legend of Christania that also included the film's sequel OVA on June 17th, 2008. Oh, this is apparently tangentially related to Legend of Lados. I wonder if this was a different D&D campaign. Is this made by the same creator? First time I ever heard Unalive was a Spider-Man cartoon where Deadpool showed up and he would say he was going to Unalive them. And when Spider-Man says Unalive doesn't make any sense, Deadpool said that the network wouldn't let him use the K word, so he's going to Unalive them. That is... I didn't watch the show, but I saw that clip, and that is also the first time that I have ever seen that term. And in fact, I'm almost willing to bet that's probably where it came from. But I know it was, like, picked up by, like, TikTok, because you can't say kill on TikTok, and then YouTube picked up, like, fucking TikTok lingo afterwards, and now everyone says Unalive to avoid, like, internet censorship, but, like, censorship in that regard only matters if you're trying to avoid advertiser issues, or on TV, in that specific case, if you're trying to avoid network censorship issues. So why a museum would use the term Unalive makes no fucking sense, because as far as I know, museums make the majority of their money either through admission or through sales, which seems like it would be completely unaffected by advertisers. Like, if anyone, anywhere, if there is a building that, like a business that can do some fucked up shit with no consequences, it's a museum, is what I'm saying. This is based on a light novel. Can I assume it's based on a light novel by the creator of Lados War, and thus this is a different D&D anime? Ryo Mizuno was the creator of Grand Crest Senki and the creator of Lados War. Okay. Mizuno recently worked on Tri-Ace Square Enix's action RPG Infinite on Discovery. Oh, shit. Man, this man is a baller-ass DM, is what I'm hearing. Maybe I'll give it a watch. It's one episode movie that's an hour long. I'll give it a watch just for the creator. That's what I'm going to do. Just for the creator, I'll check it out, actually. Ninku movie! How much humiliation can 4 people and a penguin take? Hard-boiled Aito, sexy bombshell Rihoko. Sorry, sexy bombshell. She looks like an average teenage girl. Choji the Red Brief, Shining Fusuke, Cutesy Hooter Hiryuki. Oh, give me a break. Who do these guys think they are? The Ninku? Unfortunately for the real Aoto, Choji, Rihoko, and Fusuke, they do. But little did these imposters know when they stumbled on this sleepy little desert town that there'd be a price for pay. For being treated like the real Ninku, namely having to fight the deadly Heaven and Earth brothers. Fortunately for our phony friends, the real Aito, Choji, Fusuke step in. There's nothing but trouble for the bad guys. Can the Ninku art of magic fighting beat the Heaven and Earth brothers' deadly fighting style? We have Bulge Yumae, starring Yujiro Hanma. Gangs, terror, and chaos reign in the land of Chungwon. The camellia blossoms are the most powerful of the warring gangs, and they use this time of unrest to wrestle control of the country from the alien people's government, while also producing counterfeit gold coins to cripple the struggling economy. The only hope of freedom lies with the enigmatic Red Hawk. Alright, Kazu and Yasuhiro Tanjo, based on real-life events, biography animation depicting football careers of Kazuyoshi Miura and his older brother, Yusutoshi. This is a special omake for Gunbuster. Excuse me. Top no Nerare Kagaku Kozu Gunbuster Science Lesson. Science lessons are short omake bonus features originally presented in the first 2 volumes of the original release. Each short lasts around 2 minutes and stars super deformed versions of Noriko, Kazumi, and Coach explaining the various scientific aspects of the series. Okay, I want to talk about the Gunbuster Science Lesson, because the Gunbuster Science Lesson actually does talk about the real science behind the original Gunbuster anime, which is, although, like, not 100% scientifically accurate, it, like, is closer to being hard sci-fi than it isn't. Like, it's definitely closer to being hard sci-fi than soft sci-fi. And so the science lessons actually get into... seeing those, the Blu-ray plays them in between episodes. Yeah, so the science lessons actually do get into how the actual science of Gunbuster works, and they're actually really good watches if you're interested in, like, in science, honestly. Now, the reason I bring this up is because Gunbuster has a sequel called Die Buster. And Die Buster is terrible. It is absolutely fucking dog shit. I want to be very clear about this. And if Gunbuster is closer to being hard sci-fi, Die Buster is 1,000,000% soft sci-fi. It just makes some shit up and is dumb the whole round. Like, all of the goodwill in Gunbuster is thrown out the window for fucking Die Buster. It is a fucking terrible piece of garbage. But they did do a Die Buster science lesson. It's not this. Yeah, here we go. They do have an omake series Die Buster science lesson. But the problem with the Die Buster science lesson is that Die Buster doesn't use real science, unlike Gunbuster. So the science lessons for the Die Buster are them just trying to justify their dumb bullshit. Okay, moving on. Lupin the Third, Harimao no Zaiho no... Wo Oe. Lupin the Third, The Pursuit of Harimao's Treasure. This is the second Lupin the Third fucking movie in the year. Why was Lupin popping in the 90s so hard? Lupin's on the trail of the decades-lost treasure, the collected booty of World War II-era thief Harimo, worth billions of dollars, but as he plans to con retired British spy Sir Archer into giving the location of the stash, Archer himself gets into the hunt. Lupin now has to team up with his former mark to outwit a sinister opponent who wants the treasure for himself, and of course, Zenigata's on the scent and gunning for the gang once again. Let's see, Macross 7, Tenchi Muyo second season picture drama. Picture drama, second part of the last episode of the Ryo Oki 2. Private Eye. Oh, I didn't read the full title. Tenchi Muyo, Ryo-Oki, second season picture drama. There we go. Private Idol. Concurrent with the ADV game by HuneX/NECHE. The title is a pun about its detective and idol protagonist. It was released on an issue of 1-3 of NEC's Anime Freak FX, a CD-ROM magazine resembling a game for the PC FX platform. I imagine it didn't do well, because who wants to pop in a CD for a magazine? The hacker idol king is targeting idols exposing awkward scenes of their private life. Now, the next is the popular May Star. That could be interesting, but I am aware that I will never be able to track this down. Maybe I'll try. I'm going to try and track it down. See if I can't get my hands on a CD-ROM magazine for the PC FX platform. All right, Crayon-chan, Shin-chan specials, as always. And finally, we come to fall of 1995. We're almost done, folks. Genuinely, we're almost done. Did I review Evangelion? ...2018. I think I did then. I think I did review Evangelion. I know I did the movies. I did Evangelion. Yes, I did. Nope, I did End of Evangelion. Nope, I did do Neon Genesis Evangelion. Yep. And I even released Reheated for it it was episode 24. So I don't need to read that. I reviewed it already. Okay, moving on to Gokinjo Monogatari, Neighborhood Stories. Makako Koda is a 16-year-old girl whose sole ambition is to establish her own clothing brand. To this end, she attends the renowned Yazawa Art School alongside her childhood friend, Tsutomu Yamaguchi. Although the people around them interpret their closeness and constant bickering as signs of budding love, both Mikako and Tsutomu deny it, as they cannot see each other as anything but friends. However, everything changes when Tsumotsu starts to resemble Ken Nakagawa, the vocalist of the popular group Manbo, and gains popularity among girls. Suddenly, the childhood friends find themselves wondering about the meaning of love, friendship, and the true nature of the relationship. All right, Bakuretsu Hunters. Already have this marked down. Sorcerer Hunters. In the continent of Spooner, sorcerers who are the continent aristocrats have begun to abuse their powers under the guidance of Big Mama, their boss, Carrot, who turns into a giant monster every time he's placed under a magic spell, Gato, a bodybuilder, Marin, a mage, Chocolate, and Tira, who can transform into dominatrixes at will. I see why I added this. Must stop the evil sorcerers from picking on the weak. However, none of them, except maybe Marin, have a clue to what's going on. Damn. All right. Let's see. We have Kaito Saint Tail. Mysterious Thief Saint Tail. Mimi Honooka, a 14, is a normal girl during daytime, but during the night she assumes the position of Saint Tail, a modern-day Robin Hood who steals from thieves and gives items back to their original owners. She's aided by her friend Seira Mimori, a nun in training, and she is chased by her classmate and soon-to-be love interest, Daiki Asuka, often called Asuka Jr. That could be fun. That could be fun. That could be fun. That sounds fun. I like that. According to the Museum of Pop, they used Unalive as a gesture of respect to people who have known people who have committed suicide and explained the complexities of mental health in modern society. Sounds like a load of bullshit to me. That sounds fucking stupid. Yeah. No, that's fucking dumb. All right, what do we got? Shinpei no Sekai L Hazard TV L Hazard The Wanderers. High school science whiz Makoto Mizuhara is working on his newest project in preparation for the school festival alongside his best friend Nanami Jinai. Nanami's brother and Makoto's lifelong rival, the unscrupulous student council president Katsuhiko Jinai, is under scrutiny for mishandling school funds. We read this already. Didn't we? We read this already. How is this different? Oh, this is different from the OVA. Okay. Planning convinced that Makoto is plotting to steal his position. One night, Makoto and Nanami are taking a break with their teacher, Misamichi Fujisawa. Jinai sneaks into the science lab and sabotages Makoto's device, which suddenly opens a portal that flings all of them into another world. Upon arrival, Makoto is immediately attacked by a horde of giant bug monsters. While running from them, he comes across Fujisawa and a girl named Rune Venus. After Fujisawa fights off monsters of a group of dignitaries arrives looking for Rune, their princess. They inform Makoto and Fujisawa that they are in a world called El Hazard and take them back to the palace of Roshitaria, their kingdom. They're their advisors who are suspicious of newcomers. Rune decrees that they are to be treated as guests and quickly befriends Makoto, unaware that Nanami and Jinai are in this world as well. Makoto gets to work trying to figure out a way back to Earth. What is fucking happening with the bot, and why is it going so fucking crazy right now? Oh, it's because I have 2 bots up. Virtua Fighter. Akira Yuki has spent years honing his Baiji Quan skills under the guidance of his grandfather. He yearns to see the constellation of the 8 stars of heaven, which are only revealed to those with real strength. This burning desire urges him to embark on his travels, so as to learn more about how to see the stars. Meanwhile, a nefarious robot scientist, Eva Durix, desires to create the perfect soldier. Eva's group, Judgment 6, tracks down and kidnaps Sarah Bryant, a college student and close acquaintance of Akira, who is investigating a mysterious accident concerning her brother. Akira must now fight his way to save Sarah, to save her from the clutches of Judgment 6, a perilous path, to be sure, paved with countless challenges. It's one of those I would just play the game instead. Majoko Sorao is an ordinary student who lives an ordinary everyday life of a typical kid. Accidentally makes friends with 2 aliens stranded here on Earth. His life changes as he decides to help them find a way to get home. When they do research alien homeworld, Soro, along with Miki, discovered a blood feud between 2 different tribes. Things gone awry as the tribe's representatives try to outdo one another in search of the missing treasure of the past with the help of the uncovered clue. I don't know what this is about because I got bored reading it and I stopped paying attention to my own mouth. I find it kind of ironic that YouTube has become more censored than broadcast air TV. You can say suicide, rape, etc. on TV broadcast. Hell, they say it all the time in Law and Order. Have you seen YouTube videos where people censor the word kill? I have. I've seen a lot of videos where people censor the word kill. In fact, I almost never see videos where they don't anymore. Oh, I guess Slam Dunk's still airing. How long did Slam Dunk air for? Till 1996. Okay. Toma Kishiden Oni. Shurimaru is hated and feared by the villagers for his unusual powers. He thinks he's human, but is he? Tomo Kishiden Oni is an original story set in the universe of the Oni, a series of role-playing video games that aired with the Anime Isuchi programming block of TV Tokyo. I have heard of Oni. This poster here looks like it was done by the Tenchi Muyo creator a little bit, but I don't think it was. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. Natsuko Hayakawa. No, just created this. Who did the character design? Character design was Masayuki Goto, who did not work on Tenchi Muyo. It's just similar art style. Let's see. OVAs. Golden Boy. Oh, fuck. Okay. Famous anime Golden Boy, which I will watch at some point. Kintaro Oe is a specialist in part-time work, riding all over the highways and byways of Japan on his trusty steed, the Mikazuki 5, and finding employment whenever he can. His adventures bring him the knowledge and experience that can't be taught in a classroom. From the political corruption to the delicacy of a young woman's heart, with nothing but the open road before him, not to mention the many beautiful women along the way, Kintaro pursues his spirit of education while attempting to hold down various odd jobs. However undignified they may be, as he learns from each task he takes on, who knows what could happen. He might be able to save the world one day. One thing is for sure, this will all be very educational. Love Golden Boy. I hear the manga goes to complete shit right around when the anime finishes. Gunsmith Cats, another famous anime. In the dangerous suburbs of Chicago, which is, you might notice, a real city. Skilled bounty hunters Irene Raleigh Vincent and Minnie Mae Hopkins run Gunsmith Cats, a firearms store of questionable legality. One day, Bill Collins, an agent for the Chicago branch of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, a real organization, and explosives, blackmails Raleigh and Mae into working with him on a case. The stakes are high, but Raleigh's gunsmanship and Mae's knowledge of explosives are unmatched. As Raleigh and Mae unravel the secrets of the case, the two will need to use guns and grenades while being faster, stronger, and better than everyone else in order to stay alive. Let's see. Armitage, you're under arrest. Ranma, Hunter. This sounds like an anime so shitty I would have already watched it. I don't think I have, to be clear, but it sounds like something shitty I would have seen. When I went thrifting for anime, my friend got Gunsmith Cats on DVD for like $3, and I was positively green with envy. I can imagine. I don't know what this is about yet, but I just want to show the framing on this because I think it actually kind of looks good. This art style is sort of reminiscent to, I know I'm wrong every time I bring this up, but this art style vaguely reminds me of a, no, just that one shot. I was going to say it looks sort of Satoshi Kon-esque, but only that shot does. None of these other shots do. You've seen Biohunter? In the molecular biology department of a major university, Komoda and Koshigawa do more than just teach. They are also investigating demon viruses which cause people to morph into grotesque creatures with a craving for human flesh. While conducting their research, the pair encounter Sayaka Marukami, the granddaughter of a famous fortune teller. Feeling compelled to help her find her missing grandfather, Komoda and Koshigawa learn that the group of thugs is pursuing Sayaka. To make matters more sinister, these perpetrators seem to have a connection to the demon viruses. This sounds terrible, and I imagine it is. Alright, 3x3 Eyes, Yu Yu Hakusho Aizo Hakusho 2. Yoshiaki Kawajiri worked on this. Biohunter? Oh, fuck it, we'll figure it out. Yoshiaki Kawajiri, yes, correct. Who the fuck is this? Did a lot of storyboard work. Mostly does storyboard work. Directed Vampire Hunter D 2000. Created Ninja Scroll. Directed Animatrix. Doesn't really seem like he'd done much other than create Ninja Scroll. And something called Mani Mani Makyu Monogatari. Directed Birdie. Directed Cyber City Uedo. Did Demon City Shinjuku? God damn, he actually worked on Aim for the Top Ace? Man, this man has been in the business forever. What was the top one he did? Because I remember seeing, yeah, he worked on fucking Jujutsu Kaisen. Holy shit, this guy has been around. That's fucking crazy. This man he worked on Frieren. This man worked on Aim for the Top Ace and Frieren? I'm less impressed by like what he's worked on as far as like directorial, and way more impressed with how long this man has been in the fucking business. That is nuts. That is insane. That is an insane amount of time in the business. What is that? That's like, is that like 50 years? That's like 50 years. Minimum. Let's see. Wicked City, Ninja Scroll, Vampire Hunter D, Bloodlust. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Outside of Ninja Scroll, really no one gives a shit about any of these. He also co-founded Madhouse. Oh, okay. Now, see, that's a claim. That is a claim right there. Okay. Yu Yu Hakusho, Aizo Hakusho 2. Aizo Hakusho 2 actually consists of 4 separate volumes. Each volume focuses around one of the main characters. Yusuke, Kurama, Hiei, or Kuwabara. Each episode is basically a recap about specific character's development in the series. The beginning of each episode also contains a short music video about a specific character along with Seiyu. I don't mean like literally no one. I mean like realistically, if you got like 100 people in a room, they wouldn't give a fuck. Macross 7 Encore. 3 unbroadcasted episodes of Macross 7 series. In a fleet of strongest women, the Macross 7 fleet encounters a rogue Meltrandi fleet led by the old rival Milia. On stage focuses on Ray's past as a fighter pilot, how he first met Basara, and how they formed Firebomber, in which one do you love? When Milia falls ill, she feels her life expectancy is running short and attempts to have Maylene engaged to Basara. Oh shit, I know this. I mostly, I think, know the manga of this, though. Kodomo no Omocha. Kodomo no Omocha is a 30-minute animation video that was made before the TV series. It covers the... Never mind, I know the TV series, which wasn't out yet. It covers the first volume of the manga, so it's equivalent to TV episodes 1 through 6. It relates Sana's troubles with Hayama at school. As a result, the Oyokodan Baka situation culminates with Hayama's dad and sister realize their mistakes thanks to Sana's effort. I remember I watched Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust when I finished it. I said, so this was directed by Yoshiaka Kiwajiri. He shouted, he don't miss nonstop hits, so I've poised his mind at least. The he in this is your brother or friend? Okay, so, if I am correct, before I click this, the main character of Kodomo no Omocha is Sana Kurata, which I believe in English is voiced by Laura Bailey? Your friend, gotcha. Yup, Laura Bailey, there we go. Okay, so this show is the reason why there are a bunch of weird clips on YouTube where you see Laura Bailey rapping. Alright, moving on. Shadow Scale. I feel like I've already reviewed Shadow Scale. And if I did not, I'm sure a review is coming, and I have it. I have it sitting in my Garbo section. Captain Tsubasa, Saikyo no Teki Holland Youth. My friend, I blame my brother for coming in to tell me a new FNAF game came out, to which I said, I don't care. Wait, hold on. A new FNAF game's coming out. Hold up, what's going on with this? Hold up. A new FNAF game? What's going on with that? Hold up, let's see if we can find out some more FNAF news. I'm mostly doing this as a joke. I actually fell off of FNAF and, fell off on FNAF and, like, all the way back here. Like episode fucking 14. Let's see. I'm assuming that is a lot of new FNAF games are actually coming out. Is he sure there's just one? I'm looking at like 6 different entries. One of these is a Roblox game, apparently. That's already out. That's a Roblox game. Okay, so Five Laps at Freddy's is a kart racing game? And it looks like they're adapting or have adapted the novels, which I hear are terrible. You might want to tell your brother it's not worth getting excited about. So one of them is a Roblox game. One of them is an adaptation of the novels that are supposedly fucking garbage. And the other one is a kart racer. My friend only has two people on his favorite people list, Rumiko Takahashi and Yoshiaki Kawajiri. So yeah, I've stuck my claws into him. Not that he doesn't have his own taste. He really likes some baseball anime. I can barely name baseball anime. Let's see. The last Captain Tsubasa movie is about the match between... Oh, this is the last Captain Tsubasa movie? Is about a match between Japan and Holland after the Japanese team lost 2 games against this apparently supreme opponent. Their confidence is at the lowest point, and even Hyuga, having a hurt leg, is desperate. Thus, management tries everything to convince Wakabayashi, living in Germany, and Tsubasa, living in Brazil, to come to Holland to help them. But both deny. Oh, eat shit, Japan! Your fucking stars aren't coming back, motherfucker! Only in the second half of the game, Tsubasa appears and joins his team, giving them back the confidence and strength. With Tsubasa Ozora as their captain again, the game ends 11-1 for Japan. Diamond Ace. Oh, I've heard of that. So they lose? Or Japan comes out with 11 points? Oh, fuck. We're almost done. I promise. I've only seen clips where they're playing against the Americans. They all played by Japanese dudes who can't speak a word of English trying to speak English. That's the best. That's great. Let's see. Yusei Hime Ren, Elf Princess Rani. Go has woved to find the legendary treasure of Salamander. Searching for it, he meets Ren, a fairy who is looking for the 4 treasures of heart. Go's childhood friend Mari is frustrated with Go running after treasures, but he befriends with another fairy, Rin. Go and Ren's treasure hunt messes with a secret project led by Mari's father. It turns out Salamander isn't what Go thought it was in the first place. I mostly want to know who does character design for this. The character design was done by Toshihide Matsudate, who did the character design for Smartphone, 100 Man. He's still working, but I want to know... I'm looking for more original works that he did. Some porn thing. Some more porn. A little bit more porn. A bunch of porn. Some more porn. He did the character design for Pavilion Rose. Okay. I was wondering about that because it does look like the Pavilion Rose art style. Anyway, this doesn't actually sound good. I just wanted to know who did the art. He's also one that got me to watch Made in the Abyss, which I probably wouldn't have seen otherwise. Made in the Abyss is alright. I want to like Made in the Abyss. I want to. I just can't connect with any of the characters, and I find it really boring. Like, I like the concept, but, like, in practice, I'm just like, I don't give a shit about what's happening. And I felt that way the entire time I was watching it. I was like, I don't fucking care. I don't care about any of this. Dirty Pair Flash 3. Sexy super agents Kay and Yuri find themselves in serious trouble when they attempt to track down Kay's godson and cross paths with a killer ski patrol. This collection of episodes also features the crime fighters fending off seagulls and assassins. There's no time to rest for these 2 anime characters who must continually put their lives in line in order to successfully complete their important missions. Let's see. Hummingbirds... Akazukin Cha-Cha OVA. Following the original TV series, the story tells the efforts of Momijin Gakuen, Cha-Cha's rival school principal, to discover what's so special about Ura Gakuen students and what she should do to produce the best students. I'm sure you know exactly what I mean. Not really. No. I mean, we've had this conversation before. I think there's I think you mentioned something like I think at one point the main character has like a bath scene or something. I don't fully remember this. I remember the only off-putting part was the part where where the main character's arm was like bloating up and they were about to cut her arm off. but I don't really remember anything else standing out for Made in Abyss. I think Made in Abyss is actually relatively tame. I'm trying to remember what this fucking character's name is. Rico, yeah. It's just Etrian Odyssey, but worse. Shinmoku no Kantai, Silent Service. During Cold War, the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force jointly developed a nuclear submarine with the United States Navy. On its maiden voyage, the captain of the submarine declares the submarine to be an independent state, Yamato. Oh, don't do that. Oh, don't do that. Oh, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. I just want to point out that this man looks so fucking dapper in this picture, and I just like I don't know really anything he's done. I do know something he's done. I'm a fucking liar apparently. But like I just wanted to like point out this man's fit. Like I just wanted to appreciate his fit. All right, that was it. All right, what do we got? Shin Kaite Gunkan, or in English, Super Atragon. Moments after an atomic bomb falls over Hiroshima, a secret Japanese submarine sails into battle against its American counterpart, and both are lost to history. Some 50 years later, a special UN task force sent to investigate unusual phenomena in Antarctica is threatened by a mysterious black cylinder. Whereas there's the strung up naked bit, a lot of unnecessary mentions to Robot Boy's cock, and that one scene in the movie where the Robot Boy is all strapped down and shit. Oh, okay. Honestly, if I wasn't watching it with a friend, I probably wouldn't have continued. I mean, honestly, I don't get it, but okay. Gakko no Yurei. This OVA is a live-action animation mixed collection of short school ghost stories. I don't know if I watched the movie, actually. Have I actually seen the movie? Yeah, I haven't seen the movie. I didn't even bother. I'm a sensitive maiden sack. Oh, that's okay. Compiler Festa. Let's see. Compiler 2. Compiler and Assembler have been given 3 days to return to the 2D world. If they do not return, the council is sworn to destroy it. How will they spend their last days on Earth? Will they be able to confess their love? If only things were that simple. Now, a mysterious character is eliminating other individuals from the 2D world. Can Compiler and Assembler stop this new fiend and be together with those they love? Speaking of being a sensitive maiden, I am like very close to losing my ecchi achievement on fucking Malgraph. Let's see. How Taikai Reunite Adu Legend 2. Lord of Lords Reunite Adu's Legend 2, which is a continuation of whatever the fuck this was. I don't know, but I read about it in 1994, so moving the fuck on. This is Yamato Takeru, After War. Shoujo Tsubaki says, many people trying to sound smart, lay art. Well, if you see the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. I don't really plan to watch the movie because I didn't like the show, if I'm being honest. Yamato Takeru, After War. 3 years have passed after the decisive battle at the end of the Yamato Takeru, and peace is restored to the land. Takeru, Oto, and their friends return to the village and continue their days in bliss until one night, Shirano, piloted by Mikazuchi, marks a return and appears in the village to wreak havoc. Takeru is left without any choice and is forced to reactivate the sealed Sasanu from his slumber. However, this is just the beginning of a new threat, and Takeru has to overcome himself, and he wants to rescue Oto from the impending danger. Doesn't give off good vibes? I mean, in what way? Akihito Tsukushi. He's made Made in Abyss. He's just made Made in Abyss. Something called Star Strings Yori. Bad Bats Maru no Otoko Dokyo no Omiyari, which we have absolutely no synopsis for. It is related to this, which we also had no synopsis for, which is Bad Bats Maru no Ore wa Utose, which I am mostly bringing up because I've realized that this comes out on October 21st, and I'm going to have to read this in a second anyway, so I might as well read it now, since they're linked. Let's see, we got movies, Ghost in the Shell. I feel like I did review Ghost in the Shell. I've reviewed Memories, I've reviewed Black Dream Hole, so Macross Plus Movie Edition. I've reduced... reviewed a surprising amount of 1995 movies. AD 2040, 30 years have passed since the battle between Earth and these Entrendi forces changed the lives of both races. On planet Eden, a top-secret project known as Supernova is being held to determine UN Space's next generation variable fighter. Competing to win the founding are the Shinsei Industries YF-19 and General Galaxy YF-21. Piloting the YF-21 is Gold Go Bowman, a half-human, half-Satrandi. Shinsei... Aren't the Satrandi... Unless I'm misremembering my fucking Macross lore, aren't the Zentrendi like 3,000 feet tall? Shinsei receives its new test pilot in the form of an unruly fighter pilot, Ismao Dyson, who was once a friend of Gold. Meanwhile, as Ismao and Gold furiously battle to see which of their fighters is superior, a virtuoid idol named Sharon Apple is to perform her debut concert on Eden. In charge of Sharon's producer, Myung Feng Lone, another former friend of Ismao and Gold. When the three meet with each other, old disputes spark from a troubled past. Little do they know that their past incidents, along with Supernova Project and Sharon Apple, will somehow bring them together. Like, he comes off as like a creep in interviews, or he comes off as a creep just because of Made in Abyss, though? Goto ni Naritai, story of a girl born with a bad leg. Ritsuko longs to go to school and make lots of friends, but it is not so easy. Her mother is very protective of her, and at school she is teased by her classmates for her strange way of walking, while she managed to keep her smile. Absolute inability to speak right there. Azuki-chan, the movie. It's Valentine's Day, and the girls are thinking about chocolates, or thinking about the chocolates to give to their love. Yoko is having a party on Valentine's Day. The girls refused their invite, but found out that their love are going to her party. Even Azuki-chan's brother is going. Yunosuke Kun gave Azaki-chan a chance to give chocolate to him before Yoko's party. Will she be successful in making chocolate? Will Yunosuke receive her love? A lot of his artwork focuses on kids, and he's made comments about kids that fire off warning flares in my head. Oh, like he's actually made comments about kids? Okay. Like in what? Like, can I ask? Or would this be a Twitch issue? Huang Guali Besutu 5, Hungry Best 5. Kim Young-woong, I'm so sorry to whatever language this is. I can't even tell what language this is, and I'm sorry. I'm going with Chinese. He participates in the Junior Asian Cup competition in Hong Kong and plays the final match against the Chinese team. His last dramatic shot brings victory for the Korean team. Chai Yo-mi, the Korean consul's daughter, can't forget his last impressive shot. Back home, Young-wong is sought after by every university which has basketball team. However, Young-wong decides to join the least famous team because his very first coach, Kim In, advises him to. Other authors have said things about him, like, not even in a negative way, but still fire off warning flares in your heads. I don't know. I'm trying to say this in the most careful way possible. I mean, like, do you have like a link or something? Let's see. Dorian Yonggang Hong Gildong. Yeah, that's nothing. All right, specials. I reviewed that. Macross 7. I already talked about that. Yu Yu Hakusho. Aizo Hakusho opening ending encyclopedia. A special that acts as an epilogue to Yu Yu Hakusho with the opening and ending songs from the anime interspersed throughout. That just sounds... Why? Why would you want that? Oh my god, we're almost at the other end. We are almost on the other end. Here we go. Two left. Let's go. Let's do it. Tenchi Densetsu Wedding Peach specials. Specials of Wedding Peach included as a bonus on LD DVD box set volumes. Omake 1, Gomene Yosuke no Maki, episode 10, 526. When I mentioned this to my friend and his roommate, there was a forward thing written by the author mangaka that I pulled up. I'll look for that. Okay, yeah, go for it. A preview of episode 10, 527 appears at the end. However, this is just a teaser. It doesn't actually exist. Omake 2, Aitenshi Sentai Saigo no Tatake, final episode. The wedding baseball tournament preview of which is shown at the end of the final episode and was also never released. I kind of like this image. This sort of like almost like watercolory kind of vibe to it. And the final one, we have Iyu Banka Koshiden, born in the Chinese state of Lu in 55-1 BC. That's how we read numbers here. Confucius is raised by his mother. Boo! Boo, Confucius! Boo! After his father dies when he is only 3. He marries at 19 and enters the service of the local nobility. At 32, he becomes a tutor to Prince of Lu's children, eventually becoming a politician at 51. His career peaks are the roles of Lu's justice minister and eventually prime minister. The land prospers for years, but Confucius grew disenchanted with court intrigues. For the following 12 years, he wanders the neighboring states, offering advice to their rulers. All right, let's see what we got here. We're going to read this right off of Reddit. What do we got? Report on Tsukushi to Tsukushi Yuri. Tsukushi Sensei's favorite things include spicy foods, games, Hakata-ban, and children. His love for children is unmatched. When he held up his friend's kid, he just looked at Hanbo-san picking up Reg in Volume 2. He didn't peel off his pants. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why did you need to clarify that? He always seems to be in a good mood, but his smile glows even brighter when he's around children. The other day, when Tsukushi Sensei, Aishi-san, and some others saw a street performer, that was an amazing performance, don't you think? I was only looking at the children in the audience. Oh! This love for children is behind what makes the Abyss cast so charming. Tsukishi's fondness for children is absolute. You can tell just from looking at his work. Okay! Okay. That happened in Made in Abyssal Guy after picking up Robot Boy just yanked up his fucking pants. I mean, okay, that's understandable because, like, if you meet a robot, I can understand being like, okay, but does this robot have a dick, right? No, like, I understand that. I'm justifying that. I'm also, it's a fucking... Like, that's nothing. I don't give a shit about that. I don't give a shit about the fucking content of fucking Made in Abyss. Made in Abyss could be fucking anything it wants to be. I don't give a fuck. I don't care if it's, like, fucking, like, straight up, like, fucking Shota hentai. It doesn't fucking matter to me. This line right here, though, I was only looking at the children in the audience, is fucking wild. Okay, now, I will say this. Benefit of the doubt. Benefit of the doubt. Uh, this could be completely innocent. But I will say that I do not think this is, I do not think this is framed well, is what I'm saying. I don't think snap judgments should be made about people. But I will say that I find at least 2 lines in this off-putting, which is he didn't peel off his pants, which, like, I guess you do need to clarify because you're comparing it to the scene where you pick up the robot in Volume 2. But I feel like you could have not made that comparison. So, yeah, no, I'm sticking with it. That it does seem like a weird thing you've added there on that. But also, like, the line, I was looking at the children in the audience instead of the performance, that's a little off-putting. I understand your perspective, just by reading this. I will say that. I understand your perspective now. I will say that. Because, like, I'm thinking about this and... Oh, hold on. Okay, that's nothing. Because I'm thinking about this, like, if I saw, like, a guy say that in real life, I would be off-put. Right? I would be like, that's a fucking weird thing to say, my dog. So, yeah, no. You know what? I kind of get it now. Yeah. Yeah, that's a fucking line. Like, benefit of the doubt, I'm not accusing him of anything. But that is a fucking wild thing to say. So, yeah. Okay, I get it. Alright, well, with that, moving on, I think we're done here, actually. That was fall 1995, so we've gotten all the way through 1995. And so with that, we're good to call the stream here. I am going to go ahead and stop now, but looks like next stream should be tomorrow in theory. Look forward to that. I just coughed on my own spit. This took 2.5 hours to make. So we're kind of getting into the point where I am not sure if we can do a full year every single time. Like, we're starting to get to the point where we might need to split years in half. So we might be slowing down soon, unfortunately, for SACing MAL Eternal. But anyway, regardless, let's continue on with tomorrow's stream, which should be Kingdom Hearts 3. Look forward to that. But until then, I have been Sacrobolic, your Envoy of Hope, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.